All right, let's do a cheers to the Sobeys Safeway Liquor Beer podcast.
We ride again.
I love you guys.
Careful, that cake's hot.
All right, let's do a cheers to the Sobeys Safeway Liquor Beer podcast.
Check-in, come on, let's go. It's the AM Nasty Big Hello. It's not static, AM radio. It's the Play Alberta Nielson Show. Let's go. Everybody tuning in, even my wife.
Mommy likes too.
And those Macromala intros are cutting like a knife. Hey, it's Mitch texting in, he's your dealer for life. The cracker 6 o'clock, I'm logging with some sirloin bites.
Clockers check and get catch. Don't stop cooking as I feel alright now. Hey, 6 o'clockers check and get catch. Don't stop now. Come on, Monet. Come on, yeah. I say yeah. 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 God, you make me feel.
Hello, Sobeys. ML.
So good. When I feel alright. So fine. You're so fine. You're so fine. And I feel alright. I say yeah. 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 Yeah.
You pervert.
No, Mikey, no, Mikey, that was so not right.
Yeah. Yeah.
right. Great Friday morning to you. It's another installment of the Nielson Show. Sans Dustin Nielson. Lieutenant Eric Wil Fraser in for Dustin Nielson, YouTube Trev, and his brother Tristan in the house today, which we'll get to in a matter of minutes. But thank you so much for tuning in. Great show today, whether you're streaming on the iHeart radio app, the TuneIn radio app, the source, EdmontonSportsTalk.com, watching on YouTube. Hello, everybody. If you are watching this morning, don't forget to hit that thumbs up, like the channel, like the show, subscribe as well. And, of course, as well, 95.7 Cruise FM on your FM dial. 780-218-9999 is the number to text. The Paris Jewelers inbox. We're coming to you live from the Popeyes Louisiana Kitchen studio. Thank you again for spending your time. I know it's very valuable. You've got a lot of things going on.
You're talking to me?
A retired father, a husband, and many other things that we can't really discuss on air.
You circled the square on that one.
Yeah. Dustin Nielson will be on the call tonight as Week 16 in the CFL kicks off. From the T-Dot, Toronto and Montreal, you got BC and Calgary, the second half of the doubleheader. Winnipeg, Ottawa, which I do believe he's in Ottawa for that. And then Edmonton, Hamilton tomorrow at 5 to round out the week. Paris Jewelers inbox is filling up. Is there anything you'd like to get to just to start the show? I mean,
congrats to your Bills.
Yeah, a real
good start to the year.
A no sweater. Hey,
yeah.
Never in doubt last night.
No, it really wasn't.
Not at all.
Yeah.
I mean, it was. And we want to thank everybody too for coming down to Century Casino Sports Bar and Lounge. Congratulations to Susan last night. She was the latest qualifier. We're giving away a trip for two to LA. Rams and Saints. That game's in November. We'll be doing the draw Sunday, October 19th, down at Selly's. But you can qualify every Sunday, Monday, and Thursday night for the football leading up to October 19th. But Susan wins it. Ashton, I do believe, birthday boy Ashton, walking out of there with the jersey from the square board. So it was a good night. Kyle, Wheels, Francois, Jay, Jocelyn, the Godfather was out. Carson, a few other folks.
A star-studded cast.
Dolphins Nation brought out his son, which, he thought he would get one over on me, but he didn't. And the Bills...
Why? Why did he think that?
Well, because it was close, right? It was a spirited, highly contested battle. Up until the end when Tua Tagovailoa made a mistake.
No, really? Him? Of all people.
Bones says, Vladimir Ilyich Fraser, good morning, comrade.
Yes.
Hampton Steve says, good morning, gents. Can I get a conch wishing Canada good luck as one of the biggest games in Canadian rugby history goes down today at noon on TSN. World number 2, Canada takes on world number 3, New Zealand in the semifinals of the Women's Rugby World Cup. Go, Canada, go.
Oh, he's turned down my sound.
There he is. No, yeah, that's going to be huge. We were talking about that a little off air before, but
so last time these two teams played, they played to a draw. I think 27-27 draw, and then before that, Canada got their first ever win against the Black Ferns, which is part of the reasons why they came in ranked number 2 in the world, and the Black Ferns number 3.
And they smoked the Aussies in the quarters to get here.
Goodness.
So.
Yeah. Just smashed them.
It's fun to watch. Maybe you'll get a seat at the St. Albert Rugby Club for the match. They call it a match in rugby?
Sure.
A fixture,
yeah,
if you will. Once again, going down today. So we're cheering on the Canadian women in the Rugby World Cup. Hey, can we get confirmation from Tristan? Is windy, the rookie asks. Let's do that right now then. YouTube Trev brought his brother and he's job shadowing. He wants a job?
What?
Yeah, he's looking for a job, absolutely.
Here.
Yeah. He's eager.
Yours.
No. He actually he's got actually a very, very good job. My brother does 911 dispatch back in Lethbridge, and he kind of just wants to see what I do, and that's so he's I just brought him in.
Yeah, he's not going to be like,
was great,
he's not
man.
learning, like, he's just kind of watching. He's not like, you're not teaching him how to.
It freaked me out. He woke me up at 3:50 this morning. Yeah. I thought I missed my alarm clock. I was like, oh, what's going on right now? But
he's not filling in for you when you're gone.
No, nothing like that. Yeah, no, he just wants to see how the magic is made, boys. You know what I'm saying?
Magic.
Has he ever delivered a baby over the phone?
That's a good question. I don't think so.
Yeah.
Have you? No, he says no.
Do you just scream, put it back in, put it back in, put it back in? Yeah.
We'll get to Tristan's horror stories in a segment coming up in the third hour. I think he can tell us all about the worst possible calls that he's
Oh, that'd be
Tune
cool.
in for that.
I would think 90%
is
just misdiagnosed beets ingestion. So, yeah.
Beets? Like the vet? Yeah. Like a bad beet.
happen.
Yeah.
You are not bleeding to death.
Beat it.
You just ate beets.
There's this discharge coming from my peen. The 6 o'clock hour here on the Nielsen Show is brought to you by Wil, your power play specialist. Wil has the gear you need for your next electrical project with 3 Edmonton area locations. Plus, you can order online anytime, ewell.ca. Wil, your Edmonton-based partner in power and source for all things electrical. And, of course, the Nielsen Show is brought to you each and every day, Monday to Friday here on EST by Weiss Johnson. Weiss Johnson.
Whoa, whoa.
Thank you very much, Wil. Your train home specialist. Check them out today, weissjohnson.com. Great show lined up for you today. We're talking a little baseball. We're talking a little football. Of course, we'll be talking hockey as well with off-season. What off-season?
What off-season?
Thank you. Still to come in this hour. Connor McDavid spoke again. We will be running all 7 minutes and 30 seconds of that availability from yesterday, Wil Fraser, and you're going to sit here and listen to it, and you're going to like it. Zach Hyman, of course, a little news on him, too, as we won't be seeing him, I believe, when early November, I think, was the set date right now to expect Hyman back in the lineup.
What is he, a soccer player?
Yeah, exactly. I thought hockey players were tough. Right? Yeah, isn't that how it goes? But a good opportunity to see some other things during the preseason. So, and into the early part of the regular season, which we all know with the Oilers is, garbage time anyways. They don't, we don't really get the season started till,
exactly.
Midway through.
Andrew Mangiapane is probably feeling like he died and went to heaven right now.
I'm pretty bullish on him. I will say that. I don't mind it. Trev hates him.
Really?
Yeah.
He's a shooter, man.
Yeah.
He's also a weasel.
Yeah.
I don't like weasels.
But
Why?
it's on your team now.
Yeah.
It's an in-house weasel.
I don't care.
Oh, man. I would take a full team of weasels.
I mean, everyone knows my reasoning, so I'm not going to go into it. He has yet to drop the gloves, and I hate that.
He broke your heart, hey?
Well, that's just one of the unwritten rules. If you're going to be that guy, you got to be that guy. And
Somebody should tell him, return the mail.
yeah,
Like,
Connor should tell him, or Leon. Somebody just said, hey.
if Trevor
fight.
writes you a heartfelt letter, return it, or you've broken his heart.
Yes.
Yeah.
Honestly, if he does get in a fight,
You're gonna get a jersey.
maybe it'd win me over
You
a
get the
little
new
bit.
third jersey with Mangiapane on the back.
But he's the third guy in every time. It's like start your own
I
stuff,
respect
man.
a guy who's like, what is he,
Killed
like 5'9"? I
He'll come
respect a
around.
guy who's that small who goes, no, I'm not fighting. This is stupid.
Look where you were with McDavid a week ago.
Yesterday.
You can
2
be
days
you can be
ago.
swayed, right? Well, yeah,
I can be. Maybe it's all I need is a dream.
I guarantee right now he's buying a Mangiapane Oilers jersey.
No, I'm getting an Ike Howard
At
one.
some point.
Ike Howard.
Yeah.
First fight of the season. Yeah.
Yeah.
He'll fight.
I hope so. If he does, I'd be like, might have something.
I'm
there.
a fan of the obscure Oiler jersey, so that to me, that's the jersey you go and get because he's probably a one and
Flames one
done,
or something
right?
like
Like,
Yeah.
yeah,
I'm pretty keen on getting Ike Howard though. Like that's the one I want.
he's just gonna disappoint, man.
No, you gotta
let him
have
cook.
faith.
Yeah,
You gotta have faith.
Yeah.
The faith. No, I'm pretty optimistic about him.
We've got the crack pack coming up as well to end the 6 o'clock hour for Wayne's. Quite the story in Wayne's yesterday. I'll get to that at around 6:45. But we got the 2025, finally, the CFL 2025. Brady Oliveira, the mop on the front of these, will be cracking a pack
Nice.
each. I'm looking forward to that. Gabe Lacques, USA Today.
one of my favorites.
Your friend and mine. Jays are getting the division, right?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I just didn't know what your level of
No,
if there's
Tampa
any
Bay
concern
is
here.
just. Speaking of weasels, they're a weasel baseball team, man. They know how to design a game plan, especially to beat the Jays, and also, what a terrible stadium.
Yankees are 3 back now, though.
Yeah,
That doesn't. You're not concerned
even a
in
little
the
bit.
slightest.
No.
Bichette out. No. Yeah.
No, that's
Okay.
Jays are a really good base.
Yeah. Well, they are, but
They were in this exact same spot. What, half a month ago, when the Yankees had taken 2 of 3, and we were like, "Oh, Yankees are close." And then what did they do? They went and won 5, 6, 7 straight. Like,
Yep.
This is a Toronto Blue Jays team that can take care of business.
we'll ask Gabe about the AL East. I'll ask him about the Tigers and the AL Central. The AL West is a hell of a race right now between the Mariners and Astros. Kershaw announcing this will be his last season. Lots of things to get to around the world of baseball. That's at 7:05. Play Alberta early bird 7:20. That's good.
That's good.
For the Italian Center Shop, that's coming up around 7:30. And Mike Garafolo, he is our big guest of the day. He'll be around 7:45. NFL Network. We'll get his thoughts on last night's Bills no sweater against the Dolphins. Dolphins do cover the spread, and I think they hit the over in the game as well. So
Oh, good.
you made your
Perfect.
your shillings there.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's it.
It's more than my Bears can do, man.
That's your gambling talk right there.
My
yeah.
Bears don't even.
Your
cover
Bear.
the
Well,
spread,
you can
yeah.
ask him a question on them if
No,
you want.
why would I do that?
I don't know.
They're a
We
terrible
don't want to
organization.
waste the man's time. So he'll be by 7:45. Trivia, kind of easy trivia for Mr. Mike's. 3 questions too many as well. If you have any questions specifically for Will, get them in. I know he'll be scribbling down some for kind of easy trivia.
Again.
Well, that's the job that you have to do. You're required to. Matt Iwanek will he won't be a happy camper
He'll grade.
if you don't.
He grades, yeah.
He went in your air check.
Yeah.
And then we have Sobeys.
My air check. Oh, I want a Matthew Iwanek air check so bad.
Yeah. So do I. Yeah. Sobeys and Safeway Liquor Beer of the Week. It is a rum soda of the week this week. Shore Break. And we'll be sampling, I do believe, 4 flavors of that drink. More on that deal. We'll be joined by Manjeet Minhas of Minhas Brewery. All that. Well, she's a dragon, I told you, from the Dragons. And you have a lot of inventions that you'd like to kind of pass off to her and see if she'd like to take a chance on
That's right.
you.
Yeah, that's right.
That's basically what the segment's going to be about. I mean, we'll get to the drinks, yada, yada, yada.
Yeah.
So we'll be joined by her at around 8:30, and that's all ahead of the wrap for William Huff at around 8:50. Morning announcements brought to you as well. Well, Edmonton Sports Talk should let you know Play Alberta, the title sponsor. Make your bets count for you and everyone else with the Play Alberta app. Hundreds of player props, bets on the biggest leagues, NFL, CFL, NHL, NBA, MLB, you name it. You probably even get something on the women's rugby semis, I bet you, on there. I don't know what a player prop would be. But you
Tries. You could do a
get
prayer.
tries,
Yeah,
yeah.
like a Degoody. Degoody, how many tries is she going to score?
Play Alberta's got everything. You can bet on like gaming and well, it's playalberta.ca or download the app. You'll know what I'm talking about there. You're not just playing for fun. You're supporting your province as well. Play Alberta Revenue helps fund Alberta programs and services. Deposit today with promo code YAG50 and get an EST exclusive $50 free bet to get started. So that's $50 to get started. Improved odds for all major North American leagues this year, including NFL. So get on there, playalberta.ca, or download the app to play today. Let's dive back into the pair. I know the nasty chat is humming along, and I'll get to that. Trev, if you want to read some of the, I mean, if there's anything popping up in there, we're still on the air, right? Like nobody said, like, hey, you can't hear
Everything's going good.
Yeah, going good.
I like wheels. Does Trevor's brother like baths and use one razor as well?
I said last night at Century Sully's Sports Bar and Lounge at Century Casino 4 Road that this would be an Atif-free Friday. So,
Okay. Yep.
No, and I didn't noted that.
Noted.
Was that a threat or like a gift?
A gift. Yeah. No. Yeah, I think most people would be
About damn time.
Atif had a long night doing his show, so we want to let him. But I didn't.
Rest and recovery. He needs to.
Exactly.
Okay.
He's got to.
That's enough. That's enough already.
That's enough out of you there, Wheels, or whatever your name is now. But yeah, nasty chat's going. But yeah, nothing from that green W today. We'll just.
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
we'll just
No,
kinda
I agree. Mute for the day.
mute. I see X-Ray J is up. I'm sure he's talking about his job, which is always a welcome sign in the nasty chat as well. George, Jen, everybody else. But diving back into the Paris Jewelers inbox. Hey, there's Atif again. 780-218-9999. It's the Paris Jewelers inbox. And, of course, Dustin's parents, they were in town. Keith and Nasty Nana, HR Daddy and Nasty Nana, as we call them. So they were at the Estes the other night, which you unfortunately, again, couldn't come to.
Yeah, sorry.
Yeah, you had
previous game.
You had a long-distance phone call that you had to make, right? Yeah.
That's right.
Down to your relatives in Fiji.
That's right.
Yeah,
it
I
takes
do
at least 15 minutes just to connect. I go through 7 different operators.
Yes.
Yeah.
0
Yeah.
plus.
Yeah.
But HR Daddy and Nasty Nana went to Paris Jewelers, and they said it was a really good time. I think they have an anniversary coming up or something.
Oh,
and so a gift was purchased and given, but they took the kids out the day after. Dustin stayed out late at the Estes. We went to Hudson's White for the after party.
How was that?
I didn't go.
How responsible of you. Good for you.
I embarrassed my wife at last year's event, so this year I had to kind of make good.
Oh, that's a good adjustment.
I went home, had some popcorn,
Yeah.
watched a little TV, and then I went to bed. It was great. But Dustin had the opportunity to leave with his folks. He didn't take that opportunity, so he
No,
stayed
him?
real late. Yeah.
What?
So he came in Wednesday, and he was in rough shape. But his folks come in. They come in with his children, Elizabeth and Marshall. And we're taking them on a shopping spree to the mall. So they
Oh, my
took them to
goodness.
the mall. But part of that trip was Paris Jewelers. You can shop in West Ed or Kingsway, Londonderry, Sherwood Park Mall, St. Albert Center, or online, parisjewelers.com. Canadian and family owned. So I wonder what do you think old HR Daddy got? Like a little anklet or something for
An anklet. I
Asking
like this.
Anna? Yeah.
Matching charm bracelets.
yeah.
Yeah.
Don't be a dud, be a stud. I also like the idea of him getting his ear pierced to get a nice stud.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like
and
that.
in his lobes swelling up.
Yeah.
Like, what do you think?
Yeah. A pendant.
Just red.
Just yeah.
Yeah.
A big gold pendant.
Yeah. Norman Combine says Hudson's was excellent. You guys did get the hotel on white with the concierge at the front. You know that one with the funny looking
How
doors?
is Harvest going there, Norm?
Oh, I'm sure it's fine. It's in the bin, right?
Well, they've been
Depending
flying
on-
out there.
depending on your variety.
There's a lot of guys that are getting off early. That's for sure.
Rob from the Grove said it looks like there's a forest fire on Spruce Grove with all the dust, like, you know.
Oh, absolutely. And we have not had rain in like a month, so it's dry out there. But Norm, if you can tell us what your yields are, we'd appreciate that.
780-218-9999. I know I thanked, I did the Romper Room guest list from Sully's last night. Darren from the park as well. Thank you very much for bringing that bag of gifts. A nice Jackie Parker framed photo, which I'm sure will go in Iwannik's office. He also brought a lot of those little mini NFL helmets. You know, you could put the sticker on and everything like that. So that was nice. Thank you very much, Darren from the Grove, for that. Tube Sock says, thank you for the greatest gift of all on a Friday, Eric. I don't know what the gift is.
Just you. It's just you.
No, but that's not how it's read. Like, there's no comma. Like a Friday, Eric. It's just thank you for the greatest gift. Please explain the gift because I don't know. Smith TM14 says Finns suck. Bills look good. Hope this is the year they take KC down. The Dolphins. It wasn't a stomping.
No, the Dolphins are just a good franchise right now.
Bills.
Pardon me. The Bills are just a good franchise right now. Like, they're just, and have been. Like, there's nothing surprising about the Bills right now. They are doing exactly what you would expect them to do.
Good teams find ways to win.
Yeah.
And that's what they do. And that's what they did at home. And it's just in prime time, I just wanted a squish the fish type of game.
Like, if you went into a coma 10 years ago and you wake up today, you would be shocked.
No, I know. Yeah.
To see the Bills where they are, New England where they are.
We're a long way from the JP Lossman days.
Yeah.
That was a nightmare.
But if you've watched football the last 3 years, this is who the Bills are.
More on the game, more on the Blue Jays, more on the rugby, more on everything, including the Oilers. That's going to be coming up next for off-season. What off-season?
What off-season?
As mentioned, a variety of people spoke yesterday, including Coach Knobloch, but we're going to hear McDavid. We got it? The full Monty?
We got him.
We got him. Ladies and gentlemen, we got him.
Yeah.
Did you? You should unfurl the banner.
Yes.
Mission accomplished, eh?
Yeah. I like that.
Hey?
We're playing it after the break, though, right?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
It's very dark.
Nice. Ladies and gentlemen, we got him.
6 o'clock hour.
I don't even know what that's from, but I know I've heard it.
Yeah,
before.
pervert.
You don't know where that's from? Ladies and gentlemen, we've got him.
Yeah, I've heard that on so many like memes and videos.
It was when they killed Osama bin Laden.
Oh,
That's how they announced it.
never mind then.
At the podium. Ladies and gentlemen, we got him.
Okay.
Was it Saddam?
Now I know.
Too?
Well,
This has been said over and over in
Saddam
history.
Hussein was different.
I know what I learned today.
He was in the hole.
Yeah, they caught him in a spider hole. Yeah. But Osama
was
bin
bin
Laden
Laden. Hey,
was
yeah.
the ladies and gentlemen.
Ladies and gentlemen, we got him.
Yeah. And then you watch Zero Dark Thirty and you're like, oh, no, they
Great film.
got him.
Oh, did they get him?
They broke into his house in the dead of night and they got him. Yeah.
It's a very interesting breakdown of that whole operation.
Oh, yeah.
That was a good one.
Can't land a helicopter to save a life, that's for sure. Those things aren't cheap, people.
It was a tough operation. They knew that going in. This was your morning announcements brought to you by Rundle Park Short Course. A family-friendly, walkable par 58. Perfect course. Perfect for all skill levels. But really good for short hitters or those of you who are just learning the game. Affordable rates for juniors, seniors, and adults. Plus, remember to grab a smash burger from Shorty's after the round. Are you boys getting out there on your weekend of adventure here?
We are actually going to be going to the Garrison to golf on Saturday. Got a
enough.
tee time
Yeah.
at 4:20, so it should be a lot of fun. Looking forward to it. It's first time golfing with the bro, and we were talking about it like 4 years. So yeah, it should be good. I'm looking forward.
You've
to
got the hot take, Smith. You're
Hot
going
take
out tonight.
tonight.
You're going out tomorrow.
Going
You're gonna
bowling tonight. Yes,
be all over
And
town.
drinking.
Bowling.
Yeah.
Where are you going bowling?
Plaza.
Nice.
It's a tradition. I've gone the last 6 Fridays.
Changing it up a bit.
Wow.
Yeah.
Man, I tell you, I got my first ever turkey.
Is that like start of the night and then you move on, or is that the night?
No. We pre-drink at BP's before, and then we go to Kingsway, right? Because I'm still buddies with all my friends there. And I still get discounts, which is nice. And so then,
and it's the Nate.
and it's Nate welcome. So
Wow.
Nate welcome back tonight. That was my first shift 3 years ago when I moved to Edmonton.
Okay.
Yeah, so I can't wait for that. But we're gonna be having pre-drinks there. Then actually, I've seen quite a few nasties at. Every time I've gone to Plaza, I've seen nasties, and they've come up and said hi, which is pretty cool.
Okay.
But the last time I went, got a turkey and I got a pin.
Congratulations.
Yeah, so that's pretty big.
Yeah.
Over 200. It was like 218 was my score.
Do you wear a glove?
No, I do not. But man, I'm starting to curve it left and right.
Yeah, a little English.
Go full Jesus outfit. That's what I want to see.
Okay, I can do that. I'll send you a photo, Will.
Yeah. Or smoky.
The Jesus.
Okay.
Or dress as, actually, you're more smoky than anyone. So,
Well, I think we got a team going here.
yeah.
Let's get to a sports update with YouTube, Trev. On the way, once again, off-season. What off-season
What
here?
off-season?
On the Nielsen Show, presented by Weiss Johnson. Whoa. Your trained home comfort specialist for nearly 50 years for all of your furnace, air conditioning, and heat pump needs. Visit www.weiss-johnson.com. Here's Trevor, an update here on EST presented by Play Alberta.
Just one game in the NFL last night, which saw the Buffalo Bills defeat the Dolphins 31-21. Josh Allen threw for 213 yards and 3 touchdowns in the victory, which saw the Bills improve to 3-0 on the season, while the Dolphins fall to 0-3. Week 3 in the NFL continues this Sunday. In the CFL today, a pair of games on the schedule. First, the Montreal Alouettes roll into Toronto to battle the Argonauts in an East Division clash. You can watch this one at 5 o'clock with Dustin Nielsen on the call. And later in the day, the 6-7 BC Lions make their way to Calgary to take on the 8-4 Stampeders. Kickoff for this one at 7:30. As for the Edmonton Elks, they look to get back in the win column tomorrow when they take on the Hamilton Tiger Cats. You can tune in at 4 o'clock for the Green and Gold kickoff show with Matty and Mill. Game starting at 5. And in the majors yesterday, the Toronto Blue Jays came up empty against the Tampa Bay Rays, falling 4-0. The Blue Jays are back in action this afternoon when they open up a 3-game set with the Kansas City Royals. Max Scherzer gets the starting pitch for the Blue Jays, while the Royals counter with Mikael Lorenzen. First pitch comes early at 12:10. Oilers main camp officially got underway yesterday and will continue today. Preseason begins this Sunday with some split squad action against the Calgary Flames. Puck drop starts at 6 o'clock for both games. And in the WHL, it's opening night for the Edmonton Oil Kings as they hit the ice later today against the Red Deer Rebels. Puck drop for this one goes at 7 o'clock. And elsewhere in hockey, Los Angeles Kings captain Anze Kopitar has announced he'll retire following the 2025-2026 season. I'm YouTube Trev, and you're up to date.
sezisubira njagala gendako ku mazina nsine ku ndongo kyuse ku bulamu obulamu bwakuleka njagala gendako bweru kanjagaleko luliba lumunga lukubye walunge butemu tasasira Maga bakulu abanzala sibalabanako bempisa amaaso bannange be twasoma twasaasana afuuka mu mboze enzuuno nkuna amawanga kankube empakase lwe mba nfunye ekiseera abaana bange mundeke nkyakaliko.
Boy. There it is. Too low, too low. Kind of wheeling the Jays back into the win column as they are.
I'm so happy I was able to bring that back for you. I can't believe you lost it.
Well, and you were so quick to get it back,
dude.
which I really kind of.
How do you ever
very
forget
impressive.
such a thing?
Jays and KC to begin a weekend set with the Royals tonight. So go Jays, go! Wil Fraser in for Dustin Nielson, Lieutenant Eric here, YouTube Trev and his brother Tristan in the house today as we're taking you through another Friday here on the Nielson Show. Presented to you as always by Weiss Johnson. Weiss Johnson, whoa. Train home comfort specialist for 50 years. www.weiss-johnson.com. We are coming to you live from the Popeyes Louisiana Kitchen Studio. Chicken dippers are back, featuring crispy strips of chicken paired with our newest creation, Popeyes signature sauce, a creamy pepper dipping sauce that packs a kick of heat with a hint of sweet, and our signature Cajun spices. We've got our GS Construction headliner coming up at 7:45, and Mike Garafolo. Gabe Lacques from USA Today will be by at 7:05. Those are the guests talking sports. We'll also have Sobeys and Safeway Liquor Beer of the Week, 8:30. Minjeet Minhouse from, where is it here? We're going to be trying, I don't think we've tried a rum soda before, but Shore Break rum soda. That's what she'll be talking about. You may not know her from the Dragon's Den. She's one of the dragons there. On that show. Manjeet Minhouse joins us at 8:30. Time for off-season. What off-season?
What off-season?
And it is brought to you by GCL Diesel, providers of the best diesel engine components from around. Turbochargers to injectors, fuel pumps to sensors. They are the critical engine component experts, proud to serve Edmonton and Northern Alberta for over 50 diesel.
Understood.
Yeah. As promised, Connor McDavid spoke yesterday, 7 minutes and 30 seconds. A throng of reporters, mics everywhere, cameras, lights.
Well, he is the best player in the game.
Well, and he didn't want this to be a distraction.
Well,
and here we are, main camp is underway, Sunday split squad, and it might just be. But hey, as Trev said yesterday, it's got people talking. His theory, did you hear this?
Okay.
So he had a fever dream in the afternoon the other day.
All right.
And just to paraphrase here, they're all in cahoots. They've all hatched a scheme. Bettman, the league, everything's all taken care of, but you just let it play out for a bit to get people talking.
Get people talking.
Which, I mean, again, when you have one of the biggest names in the sport or in sport, and there's this conversation around it, it gets some eyes and ears on the product, right? It's not a bad thing. Do you trust Gary Bettman and co. to hatch a scheme of this complexity?
I can't imagine they ever care that much. Does Gary Bettman at this point in his career in the NHL strike you as someone who really has a plan? Like, Gary just, he's got his labor peace. He's accomplished what he wanted. And by all accounts, sounds like a guy who spends more time on vacation than he does in the office. So, sorry.
Where does he vacation and where is his office?
Maybe Bill Daly would be in on this.
Yeah, well, that's the PA. Yeah. This has got the PA stank written all over it, does it not, eh? Damn union. We need to do some union busting here in the NHL. Yeah. Let's get to McDavid's availability here. 7 minutes, 30 seconds. Enjoy.
But you did skate with him last week. What's your initial kind of impressions of Tomasic?
Yeah, big guy. Obviously played lots of pro and played at a high level. You can tell that. You can see that. Great shooter. Every single time he seems to go on a drill, he seems to score. That's a talent that not everyone has. So, yeah.
What do you look for now that this is year 11 for you? Like, what's your goal in training camp preseason? Do you have a game you want to play? What do you look for to make sure you're ready and the team's ready to have a better start?
Yeah, I think, obviously the team hasn't gotten off to two great starts the last couple of years. So, making sure that our group's ready to roll right off the gates, right out of the gate. It's important, obviously we saw coming down the stretch last year, getting hit a little bit with the injury bug. And if you're not in a good spot, it's tough. So we want to put ourselves in a good spot right off the opener. So that's obviously what we're trying to accomplish here out of camp.
Connor, you obviously know Andrew Magic pretty well. What's it like having him on this side as compared to having wear a Flames jersey?
Somebody I grew up playing against, honestly. We grew up around the same area. Never played with him, always against him, and he's always been that annoying guy on the other side. So nice to have him on our side. But he's a lot more than that. He's a great player. A guy who scored 35 goals in this league before, and I think that's right, but something around there. He scored goals in this league and can play with an edge, plays fast, wins battles. That's what you're looking for.
Do you think like a lot of different things that you'd want in a winger?
He's got a lot of things that I'm looking for in a winger. So fun to play with him day one, but as we know, things change. But hoping to build something with him, and something that we can build on and roll moving forward.
Connor, you mentioned you felt like you had a good year last year, but maybe not a great year. Are there specific things this season that you want to improve on?
I think I'm always looking to improve. Scoring goals was something early in my career that I wanted to work on, and seemed to check that box. And then for whatever reason, it's gone back to the playmaking side, which is fine too. I'm here to do whatever the team needs and help this team win. But I want to score goals, and I want to play at a high level and play at the level that I expect for myself. And looking to establish that right away.
What are your first impressions of some of the young guys? You skated with Savoy today, but you've also skated with Howard at some of the captains.
I've never skated with Howard actually, but just missed each other early there, and then obviously they had the young guy camp. So I haven't seen him on the ice yet, but seems like a real confident kid. Obviously Savvy, I think, really impressive kid. Good guy, great motor on him. Seems to do all the right things, so a guy that you're hoping does well.
Connor, could you describe the difference in maybe just the feel of your whole group in this time compared to last year, right? Obviously the unfortunate ending both years, but there just seems to be a different feeling. Can you describe what that is?
I think it's motivation. I think it's excitement. I think it's a little bit of new blood, young blood, which is exciting to have. Bring some energy to the rink every day, so truthfully, I thought that was the best practice we've had in a long time. So it was exciting, fun to be out there, high pace, competitive. Thought it was the best practice we've had in a long time.
Stan talked yesterday about not trying to win this year with last year's team. I know you got a few new guys, but you got a lot of the same guys back. Does changing up the lines, does guys playing with other players, does some change need to happen to make it a fresh year?
I thought at times last year it was a little stale, and you can have that with older teams that are kind of have one eye and looking ahead to the playoffs. So you can have some monotonous days, and I felt that last year. So having some new faces in here, some young blood, as I said, playing with new guys, it can be exciting. A new project, something to work on and build on, and with that being said, we know that we can always go back to the old things, playing with Leo or playing with Nuge or whatever it is. We always have those things to go back on, and but it's exciting to try to build something with some other guys.
Connor, you mentioned the word motivation a couple of times, and I know the previous loss in the Cup final was heartbreaking, you said, and last year was more anger. So can you describe how motivation changes based on these kind of scenarios? And how
I don't know if it changes, but I think it's just easier to dust yourself off and get going again. I think Leo and Nursey and I skated together like 10, 12 days after, so it was a quick turnaround, and I think that's a good thing, just to keep on rolling. So I think our guys feel pretty good, feel good with where our group's at. Obviously it's day one, everybody feels good with where they're at, but as I said, I thought that was a high-paced practice, competitive, and fun to be a part of.
Connor, I want to ask you, you've done this walk here from the room many times, loud crowd. How would you compare that to your walk out at the concert?
Yeah, definitely different. That was really fun, really cool experience to be a part of. What those guys go through, it was fun to see, fun to be on that side of it. Obviously I think I'm a big fan of theirs, and it's cool to see it from his side of his point of view and how exciting that is. But understanding that, he's got 65,000 people there trying to watch him do his thing. He's got to entertain a lot of people. It can be stressful, but just the adrenaline walking out was pretty fun.
Some athletes and artists always feel like they don't want to do the other person's job. Like, oh, that'd be cool. Are you guys like, hey, I'd like to be a musician?
I think if I touched the mic, everyone would have left. So, I have definitely a great appreciation and respect for what they do. I don't wish to trade lives or to do what they do, but definitely cool to see it from their perspective. They had 120 some odd thousand people come see them for 2 days in a city. It's a pretty amazing thing, and pretty cool.
And Connor, just obviously, it's a big topic around. Everybody wants to know. I know nothing's changed, obviously, from a few days ago, but just your mindset on, you mentioned in your interview the other day, it's like a feeling you think you'll have. Is that just something? Do you think about it every day, or do you give yourself like time off? Kind of, what's your approach now? Is it a day thing? Is it a week thing? A month thing for the contract?
Not really much to report. Obviously we think about it, we talk about it, gauge where we're at, what we're feeling. Nothing's really changed as of now, and just excited to be here at camp and get rolling. It's always an exciting time for us and for the rest of the league, and we're excited.
There it is. Captain Connor McDavid speaking yesterday as camp resumes from Rogers Place ahead of Sunday's split squad with the Flames. Your thoughts? I basically just wanted to light a fire here in the nasty chat in the Paris Jewelers inbox, and it seems like I have. McDiesel says, take a load off, LOL, relax, guy. Oilers management can't allow McDavid to finish the season without an extension. They need to force a trade if he won't sign. That comes in from Nas 26. Dr. J says, we need a Lenny interview. We said yesterday that maybe the dog, like he's waiting for the dog to give him the okay, and the dog just keeps barking.
Right.
Like he's waiting for the dog to actually talk.
Yeah.
Lenny, should I sign today? Woof, woof, woof.
Yeah.
And it's like, no, he didn't give me a sign
I can't
yet.
talk to you when you're like this.
But, okay, so... And again, that's the thing. Every time he speaks now, every time it's going to be heightened. I mean, it is a distraction. Mm-hmm. It's a fun distraction. Again, it's got us all talking. I mean, in this business, it's great to kind of, what can we pick through and what can we read between the lines with? Again, Trev was distraught. That was the word we used to describe him earlier in the week. He thought it was over. He has now come around. I said it was the Morgan Wallen concert when he walked out with him. I said that's the first domino to drop. Yeah. Now it's just a matter of time.
Right.
But I do ask you, Wil Fraser, we've talked about like a 4-year deal. Given the cap situation, it's you don't want the term. You want to kind of be flexible. But we've kind of gone down from 4 years to maybe now, 2 would be okay.
Mm-hmm. Sure.
Is that...
Signed? Listen, he gets to sign whatever contract he wants to sign.
Sure.
And when it's
not about the money though.
Yeah. It is about the money.
They pay him though. The money's not.
This is my theory, and I'm going to stick to it until he proves me wrong by signing tomorrow.
Mm-hmm.
But my theory is he's waiting for that next cap number.
Well, Kaprizov turned down now that had a lot of term attached to it, but everybody's just kind of, it's like a standoff. It's like good, bad, and the ugly. And you got Angel Eyes, and you got Eastwood, and you got the other guy there. And they're all...
Everyone is predicting that cap will go up significantly over the next 3 to 5 years. And so I think he does not want to lock in under this cap number. He wants to lock in under whatever cap number he can get to. And until that number is released and they adjust what the maximum is, because there is a maximum salary, he's not going to sign.
But what would you guess for term?
Well, I think it'll be 8.
8?
Yeah.
Trev, what's your latest number at?
I'll go with
over 1.5.
3.
Okay.
3. Yeah, I'm gonna go with 3.
That's fair.
Sticking to it. I feel like that's gonna be more common going forward.
Yeah.
I feel like a lot of players are gonna start doing that.
As the cap continues to go up.
Yeah, I feel like it's smart. The players realize
not 2,
that,
not
right?
4, a nice middle ground of 3, and then it gives the organization
time.
A short-term plan this window, and what are you doing, and we can check back on it.
Bang on.
CB Radio guy says, I think the way he's answering questions with his slow drawl and how he angles his helmet so the light reflection cast to his right is a red flag. And he is clearly leaving and not re-signing. Can we get all the shows today to read into this and fearmonger again? Look, CB Radio guy, that is what we are doing. That is what we are paid to do, and we will continue to do it. And like I like to think that McDavid is giving like weird signs. I mean, he's not, but it's fun to kind of...
Yeah.
For the purposes of this show,
he'll sign short term if we find out he enjoys this. My sense is he does not like this.
No, but I do like the fact of him going home with Dudley, putting his feet up, and then watching it all and getting like a sick pleasure out of it.
Look at what are they saying today?
Why wouldn't
That'd
you?
be funny.
Love it if,
You're the puppet master.
You can toy with everyone.
Exactly. I would love it if that's who he was.
I don't think he's got it in him. No,
he doesn't strike me as that type of guy.
He's a
Leon
winner. He
could have
wants
been
to
like,
win.
say no term. So like full term, long term, short term, or no term.
Exactly.
And then he went home. He's like, look at everyone. Look at all these rumors.
Good. Yeah.
That's funny. I'd do that.
Exactly. Why not?
Listen, considering who he is, if I was in his shoes, I would be signing 1-year contract. I just would.
Yeah.
Yeah, 1 year, $1 million, and then get a job at a tree planting company.
1 year, well, not $1 million. 1 year max.
No, but
and then
paid off the books.
Make part of your contract be that the team has to pay for an insured contract of 8 years, right? Like,
but you're paid off the books. That's the model now. You get the
I see what you're
side
saying.
money. And
that doesn't happen in sport. What? Not in North America. Maybe in that
maybe
that fandangled soccer that you watch.
European Fairy League,
but not in
this
wholesome North American.
Not with the Big Four. Nope, we play by the book. That was off season. What off season for GCL Diesel? Let's get into the crack pack right now for Wayne's Sports Cards. Popped into Wayne's yesterday. Of course, they're in the process of moving, which again, every employee there kind of has a duty. Wayne's very calm, which then the other staff have to kind of get in a bit of a sweat. Like they're doing the work. Wayne's out golfing and doing everything like that, so he's fine. He's just kind of the supervisor there. Sports cards, Funko Pops, Lego, comic books, and of course Magic cards. They got it all, more than just sports cards, but the whole bit. Lots of Lego as well. They're moving right next to the Italian Center, north of West Edmonton Mall, October 1st. Still remaining in that little nook, but just right beside the Italian Center. I believe it used to be a liquor store there, but on the north side. Way better security. They got a loading dock. They're going to love it. But pop in today. An interesting story yesterday, and we'll get to this in 3 questions too many, but go in and ask for Corey and ask for her to tell you the story of her jumping off her second-story window, jumping out of her second-story window.
Oh, my goodness.
It's quite a tale. I'll just leave it at that.
Sounds like a panic.
What a tease, eh? It was a panic. But we are cracking these 2025. They finally arrived. The CFL cards 2025. Took a little while for Upper Deck to get them out, but they are here, and they are beautiful. Brady Oliveira on the front. He's the mop. We will dish these out, a pack each. One for you, Wil Fraser, one for me, and YouTube Trev. Touchdown. Now, remember, any green and whites.
Send them your way.
I'm your guy.
I can do that.
Let's crack these open. Wayne's Sports Cards, once again. Check them out. They are moving, but they are still open and serving you. Look at that. Already a Rough Rider. I love it. Brian Cox Jr. Zach Caleros. Ooh. Oh, he's hurt. Stavros Katsantonis, Ticat safety, and that's the opposition for the Elks this week. Trey Roberson, Stampeders. Ooh, a Samuel Emilus season standout. Hasn't stood out for me this season as he's been on my fantasy IR. Could use him this weekend. I'm against Iwanek in our CFL fantasy semifinals, Will, if you care at all, which I know you don't. Cleon Lang, Red Blacks, Demario Houston, 195 of 250. That's a deluxe card. Another season standout. Former Bomber and now Elk Tyrell Ford. Beautiful looking card there. Sergio Castillo, Elijah McGee, Tim White. Hope he pops off this weekend as well for the Birmingham Barracudas. Former Elks running back Kevin Brown. And as mentioned, Brian Cox Jr., linebacker for the Rough Riders. What do you got? Anything of significance? Any autos or...
Nick Arbuckle.
Okay.
Season standout. I've got 2 green and whites here for you. Those are all yours. One of the best names going.
Roland Milligan.
Khalil Pimpletown.
That guy's got jets, man. He can burn.
Pimpleton.
He pops.
Yeah, he's awesome. Oh, season standout.
What else we got here? Name names.
Demetrius Houston.
Look at this. Nick Anderson, baby.
Hey, you got an elk there.
Look at that.
Any jersey
Robbie
cards
Smith.
or autos? That's what I'm sniffing out here.
Oh, there we
Micah.
go.
Aw.
Eugene Lewis.
Mike Alway.
Season standout.
Always.
Dirty player. Man.
TJ
Wow, I
Lee.
got 3 green and
Gino,
whites.
he's a superstar.
Here you go. I'll
Doubles.
get this signed for you. Trevor Harris.
Trevor.
Reggie Bagleton.
That's my quarterback.
Keandre Smith.
My quarterback.
Oh, and then another season.
No autos? No jersey
Nope.
cards?
No,
Damn.
nothing.
Okay, well, you can. That means that there are. They're still at Wayne's, so pop into Wayne's, ask for the 2025 CFL, and nice looking cards once again. Thanks to Upper Deck for putting these out. It's very nice that they're doing the CFL, but they got it all there. Golf cards, the whole bit. Unfortunately, Trev, these don't come with any gum.
Yeah, I know.
Nikki really
Believe
liked
me.
you eating the gum last week. She
Oh,
said,
actually?
yeah.
Oh,
She's like,
that's
don't
nice.
feed him the gum.
Yeah.
And I said, it won't kill him. You're fine.
Yeah, no.
Yeah. There's no side
When
effects.
did that stop? Like
The gum?
2000s? Is that an 80s, 90s thing?
Yeah.
Yeah,
That was
when
way back.
Yeah,
Wax
when
had
there
to
was
been like a choking
when there
hazard
was
or,
like
no
real money to be made in collecting cards. That's when it stopped because they
Yeah.
started to realize, wow, this is ruining the cards.
Oh, okay. I see what
Yeah.
you mean.
It was more of a cardboardy card, though, too, back.
Yeah,
like it was
like
a different.
peachy.
Yeah, wax
Yeah.
paper, cardboard card,
yeah.
stick of gum. Wouldn't mind putting the gum back in, though.
That'd be cool. Modern gum.
A modern gum. A modern day gum.
Yeah.
Maybe from the bubble tape, you could. That's
Yes.
type of the. Yeah. So going to Wayne's today. Pick up these CFL cards. Once again, they got it all. Legos. I mean, if you're looking at those Formula One Legos, they got them all there as well.
Magic cards, I think.
Magic cards.
Yeah.
They even have a big drum of mini sticks.
Oh, yeah.
Cool.
It's nice to pick up a nice mini stick every once in a while. If you're looking for gifts and stuff like that, especially those gag cards like Cheers. We had the Jaws last week, all that stuff. I mean, you had, what was Captain and Tennille or what? Yeah. You took those home with you, didn't you?
That's right.
Yeah. Did soccer ever have a Cooperall moment? Vance Van Vandervan asks. You'd think some owner would see the extra advertising space as an opportunity. I've told you this too, I think, before. I'd like to get EST on some sort of Div 3 team in Wales.
That's right.
To
Yeah,
sponsor.
yeah.
We could be a kit
Yeah.
sponsor.
Yeah.
Hey, that'd be pretty cool. Tube Socks is 1 year the shortest he can sign. Could you come in with an 8-month deal? Maybe take it a week-by-week basis.
Week by
A
week, I
trial.
like that. Yeah.
I don't mind that at all either.
We
Dwayne
pay
from,
him an hourly wage.
an hourly, yes. Dwayne from Tway, could Connor come out and say he's waiting for the next salary cap number, or does that hurt his position? What would you say to that?
Yeah, I have no idea if that would fly. Like he just seems very much like he does not want to negotiate in public.
Yeah.
Which just tells me that he and the Oilers have agreed that when he wants to sign the contract, they'll put whatever number and term he wants in front of it.
Trev, does it concern you at all as well that Leon was so committed to this market, and now we're seeing? I mean, again, we've all said before too that you're a player, you're an individual. This is your life. You only get one crack at it. We would all be in his skates doing the same thing, but you can't come back and say it was always Edmonton. It's a little tough to kind of, you know what I'm saying here?
Yeah. Yeah, it's interesting. I mean, there's so much that goes on like behind the scenes. It could be, who knows? Like it could be a family thing. As much as the Leon, like his father Peter, like he's like, no. I remember the day that he was drafted, and Leon Draisaitl, that is. And I remember Peter talking to Leon, and they were speaking German, and they had the subtitles there. And he's like, "Oh, the history, like Curry, Gretzky." And then Peter's like, "This is awesome. Like, this is where you're gonna stay your career." Like, he's like, "Oh, absolutely." And like, he was. I don't remember seeing that. Like, so for Connor, So I think it's different for Leon for sure. Does it worry me? Nah. I mean, everyone's different. They're all got different things going on, but. After hearing what Leon had to say about, because he was on 32 Thoughts, and what he had to say about McDavid, it also brought me down a lot. Like he was so chill, he was calm, he was composed, and that brought a lot of closure for me.
However, just to play devil's advocate, when is Draisaitl not? Right, like Draisaitl.
I don't think we've ever seen him in a.
Yeah. I don't even think I've seen him worked up that much in a game.
Yeah. Fair enough.
Right? Like he is one of the most chill hockey players there is. It's his strength,
which
right?
pops up a lot in terms of a negative for him, who lazy and all this.
For some fans that misinterpret it.
Exactly.
He's got a little bit of whatever Bouchard has.
Yes. Yeah. A little different though. like you watch
variation,
Draisaitl
yeah.
back check, and you're like, no, that guy cares. Like that guy sometimes overcommits in the offensive zone and gets caught, but when he's got a line to the puck, that guy gets on his horse.
Dudley says, we'll finish it here. This McDavid contract talk is more run out than a rusty razor in Trev's shower.
Yeah.
To bring you up to speed, he's been using the same razor for 9 months on his face and other regions.
Can I teach a hack?
Tell me, please.
You sharpen your razors?
Yeah, so you can actually hone the blade slightly by running it in the opposite direction along like the inside of your arm.
Against the grain?
Like give it like...
There we go.
So like if you shave going this way, go in the opposite direction that you shave, give it like 5 to 10 strokes in the opposite direction.
What did we learn on the show today?
The razor. I'm not leaving.
Put that down. No.
I'm not leaving.
Take that box back. Get the money.
Yeah, honestly, give it a try. I guarantee
perfect.
you'll be a little bit surprised.
Okay, cool.
Pleasantly surprised.
I'm going to do that.
Hour one of the show brought to you by Wil, again, your power play specialist. Wil has the gear you need for your next electrical project with 3 Edmonton area locations. You can also order online anytime, ewel.ca. That's EWEL, your Edmonton-based partner in power and source for all things electrical. It is the Nielson Show. Once again, hour 2 on the way. We'll get a sports update here for Expedia Cruises. We are coming to you live from the Popeyes, Louisiana kitchen studio.
If you're listening to us in the shower right now while you're shaving, and you've just tried it, tell us if that worked out.
X-Ray J does it all the time.
Yeah,
I bet she's in there right now, to be honest with you. Nielson Show as well, presented by Weiss Johnson. Weiss Johnson. Whoa. Edmonton's train home comfort specialists. www.weiss-johnson.com. On the way now, we're number 2, Gabe Lacques, USA Today. We'll be going around the diamond with him, talking all things baseball. If you have any questions you'd like for us to pass on to him, feel free, 780-218-9999, or in the nasty chat. That is humming along as well. We got a Play Alberta early bird, Dustin Nielsen. We'll take a look at the CFL slate this coming weekend as well. Maybe dive into the women's rugby, see what we can pull up from playalberta.ca there. That's good for the Italian Center.
That's good.
And Mike Garafolo, our headliner for GS Construction from the NFL Network, will round out our number 2. But first, a sports update for Expedia Cruises. Whether you're dreaming of crystal clear waters or exotic destinations, contact Chelsea LaBelle at Expedia Cruises in Northeast Edmonton to start planning your next cruise or vacation destination. Call 780-970-4834. It's the Nielsen Show, streaming on iHeart, TuneIn Radio app, EdmontonSportsTalk.com, YouTube, and of course, 95.7 Cruise FM. Trev's got an update right now.
Just one game in the NFL last night where the Buffalo Bills knocked off the Miami Dolphins 31-21. Josh Allen threw for 213 yards and 3 touchdowns as the Bills improved to 3-0 while Miami drops to 0-3. Week 3 action continues Sunday. In the CFL today, a pair of matchups on the slate. First, the Montreal Alouettes visit the Toronto Argonauts in an East Division clash. You can catch that one at 5 o'clock with Dustin Nielsen on the call. Then later tonight, the 6-7 BC Lions travel to Calgary to face the 8-4 Stampeders. Kickoff at 7:30. As for the Edmonton Elks, they are back in action tomorrow against the Hamilton Tiger Cats as they look to snap their skid. Coverage begins at 4 with Green and Gold kickoff show with Maddie and Milne, followed by game time at 5. And in the majors, the Blue Jays were blanked yesterday by the Tampa Bay Rays, falling 4-0. Toronto will look to bounce back this afternoon as they open up a 3-game set against the Kansas City Royals. Max Scherzer gets the start for the Jays, while Mikhail Lorenzen counters for Kansas City. First pitch is an early one at 12:10. In hockey, Oilers main camp rolled on yesterday and continues today with preseason play opening Sunday in split squad action against the Flames. Both games get underway at 6 o'clock. Meanwhile, in the WHL, the Edmonton Oil Kings open up their season tonight on the road against the Red Deer Rebels. Puck drop is at 7 o'clock. And elsewhere on the ice, Los Angeles Kings captain Anze Kopitar has announced he will retire following the 2025-26 season. Whether you're dreaming of crystal clear waters or exotic destinations, contact Chelsea LaBelle at Expedia Cruises in Northeast Edmonton to start planning your next cruise or vacation destination. Call 780-970-4834. I'm YouTube Trev. You're up to date.
What say you? Hey, nasty crew. We got the Nielson Show flu. Well, there's nothing we can do about it. What say you? Hey, nasty crew. My wife thinks I got better things to do, but there's nothing I can do about it. We're tuning in or tune in, we're listening online. We catch up with the podcast when we fall behind. We're texting in the nasty chat, what's on our mind? 780-218-9999. No more interference from corporate interest. Just Tati and Eric and all of the bad cats like Wyszynski and Noodles. Gadget can gauge it. Go to Play Alberta to make a little wager. We can't wait for the Monday Mandate. Shaggy's always on time. Tommy's always late.
Would you like a cup of tea?
Forget about the old place. Hey, we were number one in the text race. We don't miss all the commercial breaks, but we sure don't miss Nickelback today. We want to hear some hot takes and we want to hear Renee. Why not hold the neck up when I want to kiss away? Beat us the tire fire and remember that name. We love every goal song, but what about what's his name? Macramella, Rapaport, Drager, and Tanir. It ain't Christmas season, but they sound like reindeer. Button and my cousin in the tales of the North. I'll run him game in person. Does he go on? What say you? AM Nasty Crew. We got the Nielson Show flu. Well, there's nothing we can do about it. And there's nothing we can do about it. And there's nothing we can do about it.
Yes, well. Eyes. You know what? I saw it in his eyes. Eyes. It's fun to watch his eyes. Eyes. And, you know, he narrowed his eyes. Yes, well. He's been a horse. Yes, well. His eyes narrow. I saw it in his eyes. Yes, well. He loves his eyes. Yes, well. Eyes. It's going in the net. Horse eyes. People were highly critical of his eyes. Yes, well. His eyes narrow. Eyes. Eyes. Eyes.
7:07, hour 2 of the Nielson Show is underway. iHeart, TuneIn Radio, The Source, EdmontonSportsTalk.com, YouTube as well. Smash that thumbs up. We are approaching changing 100. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. And as well on the mighty 95.7 Cruise FM. Wil Fraser in for Dustin Nielsen.
Hello.
He's got the call tonight. CFL Week 16 kicking off from Toronto. First half a doubleheader, Argonauts and Alouettes, followed by the Lions in Calgary to play Stampeders team coming off a bye. Of course, the Elks will round out Week 16 tomorrow night at 5. They are in the hammer to take on the Ticats, looking to avenge last week's pesky loss to the Argonauts and get their way back into the playoff conversation. Of course, you can text us anytime. The Paris Jewelers inbox, 780-218-9999. Coming to you live from the Popeyes Louisiana Kitchen Studio. And hour 2 of the Nielsen Show is for GameSense. Win gambling, set a budget before you play. Stay informed and visit GameSenseAB.ca to learn how. Remember, if you gamble, use your GameSense. And the Nielsen Show as well, as always, presented by Weiss Johnson. Whoa, 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 whoa. Edmonton's trained home comfort specialists for nearly 50 years for all of your furnace, air conditioning, and heat pump needs. Visit www.weiss-johnson.com. We'll be joined by Mike Garafolo of the NFL Network later on this hour. He will be your headliner for today for GS Construction. We'll look at some lines here for Play Alberta. You can download the app or go to playalberta.ca. We'll go around the CFL, maybe check out some NFL Week 3, and maybe some rugby as well, as the Canadian women will be playing later today, I do believe, against New Zealand in the World Cup semis. And that's good for the Italian center shop.
That's good.
Still to come on the way this hour. Our first guest of the morning, if he's good to roll here, Gabe Lacques. You know him, you love him. He is our baseball, insider wouldn't be a word. Baseball guru, I guess. Writes, covers the league for USA Today.
He's our baseball first call. There you go.
He's a fastball. He's the guy. You've been booking him on shows, Wil Fraser, for years and years and years. You gave me his number. It was the best gift I ever received. He is a great guest. And again, whenever we want to talk about some ball, no offense to Keegan Matheson, who is our Jays Canadian-based reporter, but when we really want to go around the diamond and touch them all, so to say, Gabe Lacques comes in to save the day. Gabe, how you doing, man? Thanks for joining us again here on the Nielson Show, Edmonton Sports Talk.
That's a startling intro, and man, I would not aim to encroach on Keeg's territory at all. So but I appreciate the love for sure.
Yeah, encroach all you want this morning. Keegan's not in the room with us, so we can kind of do it away here.
Okay, excellent.
Wanted to get on Keegan's beat, though. Of course, we have to start with the Jays, being as it is our team here in Canada. 2 of 4 from the Rays, I guess. Rays getting the final 2. 3 games up on the Yankees right now. We did talk earlier in the summer, are they peaking too early? They have continued to roll, albeit maybe the Red Sox, 6 games back now, but it is the Yankees that have been kind of popping up in that rearview mirror, Gabe. Jays in Kansas City, beginning tonight for a 3-game set. They'll host the Red Sox for 3 and then cap the regular season as well at home against Tampa again. They're holding on to the division, right? Right?
Oh man, yeah. It's this has been such a weird year. There's been so much mediocrity. Maybe not just mediocrity, but just teams that you think, okay, they're solid. Like back in June, I was thinking the Tigers were, world beaters, and now they're struggling.
Yeah.
And then the mid-late summer Jays surge was like something you could really believe in. And I don't know if it can be overstated how big the loss of Bo Bichette is.
Yeah.
I know he's working his way back, and they're hoping he's back for the playoffs. But he was just going so great from the second half of the season, and really setting himself up for a great offseason, setting the Jays up for but you lose an awful lot of continuity with that, and I know they kind of rallied up in his immediate absence, and it's been a little bit more of a struggle since. But I think they hold on to the division just because the Yankees are basically in this mode where if Max Fried or Carlos Rodon start the game, they win, and if the other 3 guys start the game, all bets are off. So that's a tough way to make up a 3-game deficit with barely more than a week to play. So and the Jays pitching is so deep and good, and my goodness, the rookie now, that's just such an amazing look. A little embarrassment of riches. So yeah, you get down to brass tacks. I say they hold on to the division, but it's probably a little scarier than Jays fans might have wanted.
I also, you touched on Bichette there, and of course, just to recap, he got the second opinion earlier in the week. That didn't change much. They again said they hope. Hope is a weird word when you use it in sports. Obviously, a long way from a guarantee that he's good to go by playoff time. How much, and I think you probably alluded to a bit in your earlier answer, but how much does that change for you how high the Jays can fly this postseason with or without Bichette in that lineup? I mean, they've got other players, but you mentioned continuity. You mentioned the year he's been having, which has been great. How much does that change expectations for you with or without Bichette in that playoff lineup?
Well, the nice thing about the Jays is all of the parts that they have. And, guys just keep, coming at you. And, a lot of guys that don't get a lot of love nationally or internationally, with regard to, Ernie Clement, Davis Schneider, Varsho playing a great center field, Barger really coming on nicely. And I think, Bichette's presence both in the lineup and on the field allowed them to kind of fit into those roles where, you maybe overlook them a little bit, and then they provide this great, surplus value. Now without him, they're forced into a little more of a leading role. I think it just stretches their depth a little too much. But with that said, again, everybody has flaws. Everybody has bullpen woes. Everybody has starting pitching questions after their first couple of guys, give or take, when you look at teams like the Tigers and the Yankees and the Red Sox. So I think the matchup works out pretty well for them. If they win the division, they get the first round bye, then they would probably play the Yankees, who already burned their first couple starters. They can get a jump on them. So I do like their chances, but I don't. I feel like they lose that potentially dominant look and fall back to the pack a bit as really great team, but with a lot of kind of the things that can be exposed. So that's the way I kind of see them without Bo, but nonetheless, still very capable, especially in this particular playoff field.
Seattle Mariners, are they going to do Lucy with the football again to their fans, or are they going to be able to hold on?
Please no.
Oh my gosh, yeah, it's the annual parlor game. Are they going to do it or are they going to not? They're fortunate in a sense. Well, first of all, they made their own luck. They ran off 8-9 wins in a row very recently, so they made their own luck. But the Rangers dropping off has helped them quite a bit. No, I think they're all right. Big weekend series here in Houston. They can really kind of. Yeah, it would be nice to win the division. They haven't done that since 2001. But I feel very solid about their playoff chances, and and their rotation is back together, pitching really well. That is the strength of the team. Cal Raleigh showing no signs of letting down. Gino Suarez hit a bomb the other night. He's been waking up a little bit after the trade deadline. So yeah, I very tentatively say, they're going to they're going to not disappoint their fans too much. But again, how deep can they go? That's really an open question. And how well will they hit in a postseason environment when everybody's pitching their top pitchers? The bullpen roles are going to be shortened down for their opponents. So very curious. I guess what I've been saying in all this is this thing is pretty wide open. It's I'd love to give you an American League favorite, but it's just such so many mysteries there. But I think the Mariners will chug to the finish line and maybe even cross the tape without having to dive over it.
You bring up Kyle Raleigh there. If this guy's playing in the East, there's no question that he's an MVP, right?
Yeah, and it is an interesting case. I mean, it's tough to you don't want to pull a Nikola Jokic on Aaron Judge and say, oh, I'm tired of him winning the MVP. The guy is going to get the triple crown flash line, of average on base and slugging, and he's hit 48 home runs. So don't want to discount Judge's case because it's very strong, but you're talking about also like one of the best catchers in the game, and a guy that has to get in that squat. Yeah, 130 times a night. He's got to catch that ball, and the raves that you hear from the pitching staff about how he handles guys and everything else. It's very hard to ignore. So you're right. It's put him in New York, put him in Boston. Put him where his games aren't on. Wedged way up in the Pacific Northwest at 10 p.m. Eastern time, and it's an entirely different story. We'd be talking about the coronation already, almost certainly. But he's a very deserving MVP, and I pretty much have come on over to the side of he's the guy. Judge notwithstanding. So. Within an alternate universe, I'd love to see how much buzz this guy is getting in a massive market.
Is it a similar case with Shohei Ohtani in that if this guy was playing in the East, he is all we would talk about in sport because he is the best baseball player I have ever seen in my life, and it's not even close. And it seems like because he's been doing it for a decade on the West Coast, he still is not getting the recognition he should be getting for what he does day in, day out.
It is crazy. It was more so the case with the Angels. With the Dodgers, he's in a pretty good position, especially like Fox still is kind of the grand poobah of baseball broadcasting. They're based in LA. He gets a lot of love there. But you're correct. It's somehow, however much attention you shower on Shohei Ohtani, it's not enough.
It's not enough.
And it's funny because we can see how much people read what we write and this and that and all this, and it's like he should be you should be able to fall out of a boat and hit water with regard to like generating interest over what Ohtani is doing, and I don't think it will be fully appreciated for years and years and years. And sometimes I kind of boilerplate language I put into stories about him is, Shohei Ohtani, the greatest two-way player of all time. And then inevitably some, old codger will email me and be like, hey, what about Babe Ruth? And okay, true, but the man never stole 50 bases. He's and here's another thing, drum I bang as well. One of the best athletes in the world. It's
yes.
And the way I justify this is look at video whenever 50 Cent most famously, but even when a great athlete throws out a first pitch at a game, and look how awkward they look, and look how hard it is, and if you climb on a mound and try to throw a ball, how hard it is. Pitching athleticism is kind of one of the great underrated things about this game. And when you look at what he can do on the mound, you look at that vicious swing of his, and the fact that he can steal 50 bases. I'll put him up against the Mbappe or any soccer player or any NBA player, any NFL player, and all of it. It's like ice cream. All of it is good. It's all subjective, but at the same time, it's unbelievable what he can do. So I'm right there with you on that.
Gabe Lacques, USA Today, covers Major League Baseball, joining Wil Fraser and Lieutenant Eric here on the Nielsen Show. Just wanted one more here on the AL, and we go to the Central. You mentioned the wide openness of the American League, and the Detroit Tigers have seemed to kind of have things on cruise control. I mean, we talk about Houston and Seattle going at it. Of course, the Jays, getting up there, and the Yankees, nipping at their heels. But the Guardians have been turning it on, 9-1, winners of 7 straight, 3.5 back of the Tigers. Still kind of probably like Detroit to finish atop. But where do you see them in the grand scheme of the American League mix come playoff time?
Yeah, gosh, very, very tough to kind of frame because Tarek Skubal hasn't exactly been his dominant self lately. And in fact, he got beaten by Cleveland the other day. So that's what makes it hard. That's what made them such a great favorite. Aces are so rare these days, and to have a guy like that, to throw him in game one of a best of 5 and then a best of 7, such a huge advantage. I feel like the Tigers could pull a 2023 Rangers in that they fade in September and then they kind of regroup. And boom, there they go again in October. Because I do think they're built pretty well for October baseball, just with the composition of their lineup and obviously the pitching. But the pitching overall has, Casey Mize, tale of two halves, really great in the first half, not so great in the second half. The depth there is not not as great as it was previously. So, I'm very high on them. First half, but it's been so different. I don't discount the fact that they can flip a switch in a sense, or at least start getting better outcomes and get on a really good playoff run. But it felt destiny a couple months ago, and now once again, just you kind of throw up your hands and go, what are these guys going to look like in October? So if they get that first round bye, that'll help, but. Again, it's definitely not what we thought they were way back in June.
In the guise of built for October, I am a lifelong Cubs fan, so much so that I'm actually nostalgic for the lovable loser days. So I got to admit, I am more comfortable with them in a wild card spot than leading the division. So I'm actually pretty happy, but I can't figure out if they are ahead of schedule or on schedule as far as this version of a rebuild goes. What's your take on their pitching staff heading into October?
It's been so interesting, because they've been loitering around 83 wins the last couple of years. They bring in Counsell. He helped a little bit. This is a really good team, but again, how are you playing in October? What's your composition? Kyle Tucker. That's just a massive question mark, which is very. Very unfortunate because he's an absolute aircraft carrier in the middle of that lineup. But I do like their pitching, and a guy like Jamison Tyone, will his stuff be as good in the playoffs? Might he, be 4 innings and out and turn it over to the bullpen? But you you go, Imanaga and Horton pitching well. If Boyd can maybe get a little bit of a rest here, because he's, he again, kind of like Casey Meyer's tale of two halves. He's been fading down the stretch and is coming off. He's still kind of you look at his innings odometer a little bit because of all the trouble he's gone through. I think the big key for me is can Daniel Palencia get back in time for the postseason? He was so dominant and gave their pin such a strong look. And, now, Kittredge has stepped up very nicely in the closing role. But, if you're able to get Palencia back and nudge Kittredge down a notch, that's a really good bullpen setting up for the postseason. And that's, let's be honest, that's where so many games were won or lost. So, I think the Cubs and Tigers are kind of mirror images, great in June, not so great now. But I do feel pretty good about them, and especially their draw. I think they can. It's going to be a holy war if it's a Cubs Brewers Battle of Lake Michigan in the NLDS. That'll be fun. So that's and that's a coin flip. So but at the same time, I like their chance of taking out the Brewers if they can get past the first round, probably against the Padres.
Don't know when we'll speak again, Gabe. Hopefully sooner rather than later. But on the dismount here, your World Series pick right now, 7:26 Mountain Time, September 19 is?
Yes, I'm going to take it back to 1993. Phillies Jays.
Love it.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. And I've been sitting on this since about July, pretty much right around the trade deadline. I kind of settled on that, and I'm sticking with it. The Phillies are aligned really nicely. And then the Jays, again, the concerns mentioned, but, everybody's got some warts. So it's, I think they can win 7 games against this AL field. And that would, somebody get Lenny Dykstra on the phone because, we're taking it back to the Clinton administration here.
Mitch Wild Thing Williams throwing the first pitch. That's what I want to see.
There we go.
Falling off the mound.
Wouldn't that be something?
Yeah.
Yeah. Would he throw it in Philly or Toronto? Because I think he'd get a better reception in Toronto.
Yeah, exactly.
Probably. Yeah. Wheel him up for both. We'll hold you to it. Hopefully, Gabe. Thanks again for the time this morning, man. Enjoy the run in here to the postseason.
All righty. We'll definitely keep the phone on for you guys.
Love it. Gabe Lacques, USA Today, touches them all in Major League Baseball. Kind of went around the horn. I know Abutsky wanted some more talk about the Guardians and their up and down season. Not far off as well. And I mean, some interesting wild card races, wild card race in the NL right now.
Yeah.
You got the Diamondbacks, Reds, 2 back. Giants 3 back, so still something to play for there. And then looking at the AL, I mean, with your Seattle-Houston stack again, Guardians a game and a half out of a wild card spot. So, I mean, they were a darling last year's playoffs. I think easy to get behind and fun to watch.
I don't think any professional league has made a more successful adjustment to their postseason than Major League Baseball when they added the wild card.
It's great. Highly frustrating, though, again, speaking from a Seattle fan point, you play that whole season,
man.
the ups and downs, and then you get in there, and it's like, boom, you're out.
I know, but Trevor probably can't remember this. I can remember a time when the season was wrapped up right now, and the last week and a half was a waste of everyone's time, and now the playoffs have basically started. You are watching significant baseball being played every night.
Well, in the Seattle-Houston series, which begins down in Houston today, I mean, that's pretty much for the marbles here.
Dude, speaking as a Cubs fan, I feel for you.
Yes,
that Mariners
brothers
squad,
in arms. Oh.
They break your heart.
But they're so good. Like, they're good.
Well,
Cal Raleigh,
they are so good at finding talent.
Pitching. Yeah, but...
And bringing it to fruition only to see it either move on or underperform.
And every offseason, the fans are whatever. And then they go out and they totally outplay expectation. And then ultimately, they will let you down. But boy, it's fun. Thanks to Gabe Lacques for joining us today. Let's get in your Play Alberta early bird special today. You can go to playalberta.ca or download the app. That's probably easier, right at your fingertips there. Why limit your choices? You can have it all. Play Alberta, your go-to app for casino games, sports betting, and lottery. I know Will loves the casino. You like to kind of walk around. You'll dress up in a tux at home just to kind of peruse through the app and go through the casino.
Yeah, that's me.
All in one place, easy access to real money games. You can enjoy everything Alberta has to offer right at your fingertips. Download Play Alberta now. Start playing today. Use the code EST Sports and YAG50. Deposit 50 and get a $50 free bet. Once again, CFL lines, if you got on, it was the Alouettes +2 earlier in the week. Congratulations. They are -6.5 right now against the Argonauts tonight. Dustin Nielsen will be on the call. Lions +5.5 in Calgary to play a Stampeders team coming off the bye. Elks also +5.5 on the road in Hamilton. Did promise, though, and I did kind of peek into the rugby here. I want to bring this up. Canada right now, World Cup here, Canada, New Zealand, and that is today, noon. Canada -103, +1.5 as well on the spread. So maybe lay something down on Canada. It'll enhance your viewing for this one if it needs any enhancement. Canada, New Zealand. Women's World Cup semifinals. Of course, you get France and England in the other. France +1250 right now. You said that was kind of the odd one out when it comes to the big three of England, Canada, and New Zealand. Yeah. And certainly the numbers reflect that. England -22.5 on the spread. So could see a bit of a bloodbath in that one.
And I think I might still take that.
Yeah, right. You don't like France to cover that 22.5.
No, actually I don't.
But 1.5, Canada, New Zealand should be a cracker. And you can get Canada right now. Just want to take a look at this as well to win it. Win the whole
World
damn
Cup.
thing here. I think it was at plus. It was a really juicy number here. Plus.
Well, everyone expects England's at home. England is the best in the world. England kind of pulled a Seattle Mariners in the last Rugby World Cup.
They're -400 to win it all.
Black Ferns.
-400 to win it all. New Zealand +595. Canada +695.
Yeah.
So little faith in the Canadian women. You want to go on, sprinkle a little on that, +695 to win the whole thing. Once again, semifinals later this afternoon at noon. Maybe head out to the St. Albert Rugby Club if there are seats available. I'm sure the place will be popping.
And I'll say this: if you have watched rugby before, and you're kind of sometimes the intricacies of the game, you're not quite sure what's going on. Actually, this Women's World Cup, you don't need to worry that much about it. It is so much. There's so much action out there. Like, you can come in not knowing anything about rugby, and you know that what you're watching is high end.
I'm not a rugby purist or season ticket holder by any stretch, but I got into rugby by playing the video game back in the day.
I did too.
And that's how I kind of learned all the gameplay and the rules. You can also head up to playalberta.ca, EST Specials, Sports tab on the top, EST Specials on the left-hand side. Lock Shop Parlay is up, Lions +6, Elks +7 boosted, +257, and a big CFL teaser as well with the Lock Shop, +1315. I'm not going to read it all, but you can go there and check it out yourself. Lay some sprinkles down on the rugby, the CFL slate, and of course NFL Week 3. We'll have more on that with Mike Garafolo coming up later this hour. Let's get to a sports update right now with YouTube Trev, and it's for the great staff at Park Madison, including dealer principal Mitch Lewicki, who's a huge rugby fan. He will have the game on in his office today, of course, watching it with select members of the staff who perform, and then they get to the treat will be to
they've hit their numbers.
They hit the numbers for the monthly quota, and they'll get to watch. On the way next. That's good for the Italian Center. And yes, good. NFL Week 3, Mike Garafolo, he is our headliner for GS Construction, also to come this hour. Nielson Show, presented by Weiss Johnson. We're coming to you live from the Popeyes, Louisiana kitchen studio. And while you know, just on the Play Alberta theme, that hour 2 of the Nielson Show here is brought to you by GameSense. When gambling, set a budget before you play. Stay informed. Visit GameSenseAB.ca to learn how. Remember, if you gamble, use your GameSense. We'll be back here, iHeartRadio, TuneIn Radio, The Source, EdmontonSportsTalk.com, on YouTube. And if you are listening to 95.7 Cruise FM, a little bit of a break, a little bit of a traffic, and YouTube Trev's got a sports update right now.
Yes. Yeah.
Just one game in the NFL last night, which saw the Buffalo Bills defeat the Dolphins 31-21. Josh Allen threw for 213 yards and 3 touchdowns in the victory, which saw the Bills improve to 3-0 on the season while the Dolphins fall to 0-3. Week 3 in the NFL continues this Sunday. In the CFL today, a pair of games on the schedule. First, the Montreal Alouettes roll into Toronto to battle the Argonauts in an East Division clash. You can watch this one at 5 o'clock with Dustin Nielson on the call. And later in the day, the 6-7 BC Lions make their way to Calgary to take on the 8-4 Stampeders. Kickoff for this one at 7:30. As for the Edmonton Elks, they look to get back in the win column tomorrow when they take on the Hamilton Tiger Cats. You can tune in at 4 o'clock for the Green and Gold Kickoff Show with Maddie and Milne, game starting at 5. In the majors yesterday, the Toronto Blue Jays came up empty against the Tampa Bay Rays, falling 4-0. The Blue Jays are back in action later today when they open up a 3-game set with the Kansas City Royals. Max Scherzer gets the starting pitch for the Blue Jays while the Royals counter with Mikael Lorenzen. First pitch comes at 5:40. Oilers main camp officially got underway yesterday and will continue today. Preseason begins this Sunday with some split squad action against the Calgary Flames. Puck drop starts at 6 for both games. And in the WHL, it's opening night for the Edmonton Oil Kings as they hit the ice later today against the Red Deer Rebels. Puck drop goes tonight at 7 o'clock. And elsewhere on the ice, the Los Angeles Kings captain Anze Kopitar has announced he will retire following the 2025-26 season. The sports update presented by the fine folks at Park Mazda and dealer principal Mitch Lewicki, your dealer for life.
Hi there. If you're like me, you like to picture yourself in luxury, even though there's absolutely no way you could afford it. And if you can, well, even better. Thankfully, I picture myself in something that is luxury, but still absolutely affordable, like the all-new Mazda CX-90 from Park Mazda. With the new luxury features like facial recognition settings and quilted detail Napa leather seating, I can pretend to be comfortable with all of my proper settings activated without even touching a button. Thanks to Mitch Lewicki and the great staff at Park Mazda. I like to picture Mitch Lewicki with like a giant eagle's wings and singing lead vocals for Leonard Skinner with like an angel band. And I'm in the crowd hammered drunk.
Park Mazda, your dealer for life in Sherwood Park off Y Road, parkmazda.ca.
You are tuned in to the Nielson Show. Friday installment. Wil Fraser in for Dustin Nielson. He's got the call tonight. CFL on TSN. Argonauts and Alouettes. First half of a doubleheader. Lions visiting the Stamps to cap it off later tonight at 7:30. Lieutenant Eric, YouTube Trev, and his brother Tristan in the house today as well. We'll have more from him probably coming up at around 8. If you are listening, iHeartRadio, TuneIn Radio app, EdmontonSportsTalk.com, YouTube. The chat is buzzing. And, of course, we're back, 95.7 Cruise FM. Mike Garafolo, our NFL analyst on the way, our headliner today as well for GS Construction. But right now it's time for That's Good for the Italian Center Shop.
Good.
Once again, if you're looking for some easy meals, I know it's that time of year. School's back. The sports are back. Check out their Massimo Heat and Serve meals made fresh daily, ready for you to take home and heat and serve. You can get individual and family size. They even just sell the sauce. If you want to make your own pasta, I mean, that's fine too. Get the sauce, get the spaghetti, ravioli, penne, the whole bit, all the pastas. Italian Center, that's good. We'll
that's good.
Get the graphicing up here soon. Trevor's done. He's getting his coffee. Was that a bathroom break? Very jealous of you. Very heroic morning for myself. We'll get to maybe in the wrap for
So
William
brave.
Huff later. That's good for the Italian Center. It was good that we got those CFL cards. That's one thing that's good. Is there anything else, Wil Fraser, now that you're guest hosting today, I kind of like to pick your brain. What's good with you right now for the Italian Center shop?
Well, harvest is in full swing. Actually, it's starting to wrap up out there. So nice to see the
Have
farmers.
you been lending your hand, either bringing meals to the field or?
I haven't had a chance this year. No.
Because I know you are a hired hand out there. Like you'll just kinda,
yeah. If you need me to break something, just bring me on by. I will. If you're like, harvest is going too fast, give me a call. I'll slow it right down for you. Yeah. Yeah, that's what I do well. But yeah, it's nice. The combine's been parking in front of the house the last couple of nights. So my wife and I always joke that like it's one of our favorite times of the year is when the equipment starts to do sleepovers in front of our house. So
well, again, things are changing. The leaves are falling.
Yeah.
The morning walks are a lot more cooler. Of course, I'm still wearing these short shorts.
we could use
but it
some
is a
rain.
bit of a-
We could really use a little rain.
Rob from the Grove said it feels like there's a fire out there, but it's just
just
dust.
dust.
Norman, a combine. I'm still waiting for you. We did ask if you've got it all in the bin, or what's your variety? I guess what's the yield?
Yeah, what's your yields? Are you running? I've heard it's around running like for wheat. It's running at about 80 bushels an acre out there. So I'd like to know. He's on the other side of the ridge. There's a ridge to the north of Parkland County.
Yeah,
and he's on the other side of it. So I want to know what's on the other side.
It's good that harvest season is here, obviously, and I mean it has been dry, which has been good for that as well. But this isn't a farming show. This is a sports show. Damn it! And we'll get to sports in this segment as well quickly ahead of Mike Garafolo. The good is the rugby. I think we talk hockey. Obviously, the Oilers take precedence, and we had a lot on. We ran McDavid's full availability from yesterday. It's all 7 minutes and 30 seconds. You got it all, and we will continue to discuss his term and read between the lines and if he breathes or his cadence and in speech. Everything like that. We will dissect it to the max. We talk football. We had a baseball guest on this morning.
If you're worried you won't overreact to it, that's a guarantee. You will overreact to everything.
EST, you're home for overreaction.
Yeah.
But rugby, I think it's good that we can talk some rugby and celebrate, not just talking rugby, but celebrate the Canadian women making it to the Final Four of the World Cup. And a lot of people right now look at Bad Andy. He chimes in, Paris Jewelers inbox, 780-218-9999. England won't be able to defend. He's already looking forward.
Okay.
England won't be able to defend versus Canada's relentless attack or speed.
Yeah.
So there's that.
No, like Canada's speed game is relentless. If you saw them against the Wallabies, as they call them, the Team Australia, the Australians were used to a certain style of rugby, and Canada has been coached that they don't, like, instead of falling on the ball and waiting for the scrum, they are just pick it up and go, pick it up and go, pick it up, go, and attack. And all Rugby World Cup, there's not been a team yet that has come up with a game plan to slow the Canadians down. So it is just speed.
We should have got Fergie's prostate on as a guest, for crying out loud. Maybe paid him a tenner to come on and share his insight. Hampton Steve chimes in. Part of the reason why France is such a huge underdog against England is that two of France's best players are suspended for the rest of the tournament.
Biting.
Because of dangerous plays in their quarterfinal against Ireland. The French captain is suspended for a dangerous tackle, and other players suspended for biting an Irish player.
Biting.
What did they say always? Soccer is a gentleman's game played by hooligans. And rugby is a hooligan's game played by gentlemen. Or gentlewomen in this case. But And on that theme, Chris Sadoway says, thought you'd go Liverpool-Everton for the early bird bet, LT. I like LFC to win and score
twice. The
twice.
one thing that I've always loved about rugby, and it's continued to be the case, is it is the one sport where you appreciate the officials.
And that's because?
The officials are, like, as a hockey fan, you'll sit there and you'll be like, oh, the ref's involving himself in the game.
Yeah.
Whereas rugby, the tradition is the officials involve themselves in the game in a way that they will coach during game. They will talk to the players as adults.
Yeah.
They'll lay out, these are my expectations, and then they'll tell them whether or not those two teams are playing up to their expectations. They'll bring captains over and tell them that this player is continually
clear communication.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Like they're constantly communicating on the field, and they do it to promote safety on the field, right? Like that, that the officials are there not necessarily to call the rules exactly. They are there to promote a safe and entertaining style of play. And so, like, if you ever get a chance to hear them mic'd up, they are constantly communicating, telling guys to back off, telling guys to engage. Like, they are a key element of a good rugby game.
Refreshing stuff for the North American sports fan of the four big leagues that we always bitch about in terms of
we're always complaining
excuses
about the refs.
And sometimes
their egos are too big. Like, whereas you watch rugby and the way that they'll literally be in there directing traffic is actually really refreshing.
JKB, lots of messages on this, which is nice. JKB says, I'm shockingly fascinated with the farm report with Wil Fraser. Maybe a segment or an overnight show we could have you on during a harvest time.
That's right,
Papa Bear asks, what time is the game? Noon. Noon is the, they call it kickoff, I guess, start time. T-Mac, the rugby guy. Hey, Will, your hometown Parkland Sharks won their first city rugby championship in club history last weekend. So
congratulations.
Yeah, a late posthumous conch to the Parkland Sharks. The NHL, Bad Andy says, needs to adopt the rugby referee system. One in the booth, one on the field, immediate video review of rule infractions. Simplifying it a bit more, I guess. Not so many cooks in the kitchen.
I agree with that. Like that. I think part of the communication is that everyone admits that you're not going to see everything.
Yeah.
Right. And
sure.
So,
that's the beauty of sport. What else is it here? Guy in a loader says, but how do they manage the game? That type of thing. The Wolf chimes in, second favorite sport is rugby. It's good to see. Love all that. That's good for the Italian Center. Talking a little rugby here on Edmonton Sports Talk. And for me, though, selfishly, it is the Merseyside Derby tomorrow morning, 5:30, Everton and Liverpool. It's going to be a cracker. I'm pumped.
Who are you pulling for?
Anyways, moving right along, it is the Nielson Show, Hour 2, brought to you by GameSense. When gambling, set a budget before you play. Stay informed. Visit GameSenseAB.ca to learn how. Remember, if you gamble, use your GameSense. Nielson Show, presented by Weiss Johnson. www.weiss-johnson.com. Your Train Home Comfort Specialist for 50 years. All your furnace, air conditioning, and heat pump needs. Check them out today. We are coming live from the Popeyes Louisiana Kitchen Studio. Wil Fraser in for Dustin Nielsen, Lieutenant Eric here as well. And it's time for our headliner today for GS Construction. Mike Garafolo, NFL Network. GS Construction is hiring now. Become a part of their great team today by visiting gsconstruction.ca or their page on Indeed.ca. For the past 50 years, the foundation of GS Construction has been built on efficiency, quality, and safety. Take your career to the next level. Join the team at GS Construction. Mike Garafolo, NFL Network, thanks again for joining us. Week 3 kicking off last night. Really, I mean, a no sweater. The Bills, just as we thought, had it fully in control all game long and really left none of us Bills fans sweating. Hey, what a result for Buffalo.
I mean, I don't know. I mean, I was on Good Morning Football yesterday, and I mentioned this. That game's always close in Buffalo, it seems like. Yep. And, I mean, they had the 48-20 game. First of all, they were always high scoring, and we crossed 50 again last night, so not surprised we had a ton of points. But under Mike McDaniel, that game has been close. They haven't won it, the Dolphins haven't, but again, another close one. So I saw what the expected result was for a lot of folks. I saw where Vegas had the number. To me, I thought it'd be a close game. It was a close game. The critical mistakes, the running into the punter, the roughing the punter, and then the interception by Tua, where he really didn't see Terrell Bernard, who undercut that route. So the critical mistakes that unsuccessful teams make and Super Bowl contenders don't make.
Yeah, and that's just it. I mean, I know you had you brought up the Dolphins last week as well. You did, though, say, and I do recall that this would be closer than maybe a lot of people, just on the street would imagine it to be, with these two teams heading in different directions. And speaking of directions, like, where do the Dolphins take this from now, I guess? I mean, as you said, a valiant effort, but ultimately the record is what the record is.
Yeah, and they're playing hard for Mike McDaniel. Look, is he going to be the coach of the Dolphins in 26? I don't think so. If you had me guess right now, I'd say Joe Brady, a Florida guy who was on the other side of this matchup last night, who is going to be a highly sought-after head coach. I think he's going to be a fantastic head coach. I think he's ready. The way that he operates, the way that he has a relationship with the players. Too often in this league, they say, well, give me the best play caller. Same thing for general managers. Give me the best talent spot. That's not what the job is. It's about being a head coach. And Joe Brady, all he's been through, and as advanced as he is with running that side of the ball and running the operation, I think he's ready to be a head coach. But I don't, to me, it felt early to make a move, and certainly they played well. I mean, if they got run last night, that was going to be a different story.
Yeah.
But they played hard. They fought hard for Mike McDaniel. So you try your best to pick up some victories along the way here. They've got winnable games on their schedule if you look at it. So there's no reason that they should go 2-15. But that being said, they're going to get to a point in the next couple of weeks where teams are going to look for a guy like Tyreek Hill, and they're going to have to make a decision whether they want to move on from him. And then eventually after the season, what they want to do from a head coaching and GM standpoint.
And just sticking with that game, you mentioned the Bills and good teams. I just can't help but think, it's the final year in that stadium. The win against the Ravens was storybook in itself. And you mentioned the Dolphins play them hard, but ultimately, again, finding a way to win. This team is good on the field, but also, the vibes right now, it does seem, and as a Bills fan, you don't want to get too ahead of yourself here, but it does seem like a great story is developing before our eyes.
I think so. And listen, sustained success. I know everybody boils it down to, can they get it done in January and February? And they haven't beaten the Chiefs, and the Chiefs have been the ones that get it done at that point. But sustained success the way that they've had it in the NFL. Now it helps when your quarterback is Josh Allen. And, you've got that position locked down for 15 years. But what Brandon Beane has done, what Sean McDermott have done to keep them in contention year after year. And really, they've got it's talent, but it's also the mix of personalities and the mix of players that they've got. They've done a really good job of that. So it's they look like the team to beat in the AFC. You never know when it comes down to one Sunday afternoon in January. But they're really complete in a lot of ways. I know there was questions. I've got Bills fans here that were asking me about their defense and the coverage. I said, they've got guys back there they really like. And Tre'Davious White coming back after a couple of stops where it just didn't feel right for him, and all of a sudden he feels reborn again. So a lot of times you need those final touches on the roster, and I like what they've done there.
Bills improved to 3-0 on the year. Coming up on Sunday, we've got a couple of 2-0 teams going head to head in Rams and Eagles, as well as I think it's Cardinals and 49ers. Who's going to be joining them at 3-0?
Who's going to be joining those teams? Out of those games. Yeah. I've got a hard time going against I thought the Eagles were going to lose last week. I really did. I thought that was a bad spot for them in Kansas City. It was a tight game, but I thought Kansas City, and everybody's counting this as like, the Kansas City get-right game against the Giants. Until I see it from an offensive standpoint, I don't know how you can expect that team to just run the Giants off the field, especially with the way the Giants scored against the Cowboys. I think that one's going to be tight. I know the Rams have circled this game. Yeah. Kobe Turner was on our show in July, basically being the first guy to ever say we've got a game circled on the schedule. That isn't week one, so I love that. And he said, even in the spring we were talking about how the Eagles block things and how they do things. So they've been working on this game for quite some time. And they were the one that gave the Eagles the best shot. And if they block Jalen Carter on that last play, which the Eagles had done a good job with twists all game, and all of a sudden the Rams center and guard, one looked one way, the other one, and Jalen Carter comes free. If he doesn't come free, maybe Stafford makes a completion there, and it's a whole different offseason or postseason last year. I'll go Eagles. I'll go Eagles in a tight one. I do think the Rams are going to keep Saquon Barkley more in check than they did the last 2 games last year. I like Mac Jones and what he's done. I think he's going to wind up being the starter this week for the 49ers. One more week, Brock Purdy is down. That's my belief. And I've liked this San Francisco team coming in. I'm not going to back down now. I'll go San Francisco win that game.
Yeah, and when we talked to you last Friday, obviously heading into week 2 and now week 3, but the quarterback injuries piling up early here. Of course, Joe Burrow, the big one. You mentioned Mac Jones and Purdy on the horizon, but just a quick update round the block. I think we'll have time with the laundry list, but give us an update on the quarterbacks and where they stand injury-wise, the walking wounded.
Yeah, Burrow's got surgery today. It'll be 3 months. I mean, you do the math. It's December. Like
That's the season, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, but there's still 4 or 5 games after that, and Jake Browning played Jake Browning in the preseason. I remember watching him, and I know what they thought of him, and I was like, Jake Browning's pretty good. Like, this is one of those things where you could play yourself into a job elsewhere as a bridge quarterback or a guy that's competing elsewhere.
No, and he's got weapons still, right? Like, I mean, you just get the ball into the weapons' hands.
He does. I'd feel a lot better if the defense was better. Certainly they'll try to rely on their running game as well. The defense, to me, is just not. I mean, Lou Anarumo got fired last year, and he wasn't the problem there in Cincinnati. So, look, I know they like Jake Browning. I know they feel good about Jake Browning. You're right; he's got weapons. Cincinnati could stay afloat long enough and I'm not saying as a division winner or number 1 seed, but as a wild card. And we've seen them go on the road in the playoffs and win games. So, I'm not ending Cincinnati season and I think they win this week, by the way. So they'd be 3-0, right? It'd be a fantastic start for them. Elsewhere on the quarterback front, J.J. McCarthy, you're looking at about a couple of weeks. Now they're going overseas. They've got the Ireland game and then the London game back-to-back, which could complicate things a little bit, but I think he's down for at least 2 games. I know a lot of people asked, well, Kirk Cousins, why not? If J.J. McCarthy broke his leg and was out for the year, 100% I think the Vikings would explore a trade for Kirk Cousins. But they didn't want to bring in anybody. Now, what their offseason plan potentially is coming back to haunt them, because their offseason plan was, we don't want anything clouding J.J. McCarthy's mind. We don't want to bring in a proven guy or a veteran or somebody that's going to push for that job. We want him to have a clear runway. Well, now he's hurt, and now you're going with Carson Wentz, who wasn't there until late in the summer there. So we'll see how he does. I've covered Carson back in Philly. I really like him. First start with a starting offense around him since 2022. Who'd I miss? Brock Purdy. We got
Commanders.
Commanders, yes. Jaden Daniels. We'll see about practice today, but have all week been fully expecting it's going to be Marcus Mariota, but it'll be a 1-game absence, I think, for Jaden Daniels if he indeed does not play.
Hampton Steve, one of our listeners, 780-218-9999. Can you please ask Mike about the Tucker Kraft injury for the Packers and what he's heard, just sticking with the injury front?
Yeah, we got word on that yesterday that he left practice early, and we then were told via sources that it was just a scare, basically, which doesn't mean he's going to play this week. But when we first heard it, it sounded like it was something significant. So I think in all, not terrible news there for the Green Bay Packers. Maybe terrible news for your fantasy team this weekend. Tucker Kraft has been a huge piece for a lot of people. And Matt LaFleur has done a great job of scheming him up and just creating space for him. When you see that's when you know a coach is humming, the way that they're able to create space for him. So if he's out this week, again, just like Jaden Daniels, maybe just a 1-game absence.
We'll mention some interesting matchups on the Sunday slate. Of course, Rams, Eagles, Cardinals, Niners, but I'm really salivating. Get me to Monday night. Lions at Ravens, a battle of 1-1s. Yeah. How do you see this thing tilting out in Baltimore?
Was it last year? Detroit went to Baltimore. I feel like they played there recently. It did not end well for them. I know that last week was sort of a bounce back game for them. I still have my concerns about Detroit, and I think they're going to be one of these teams that has been so good, still has a lot of talent, and will show you flashes of what they were last year on their way to potentially a playoff spot, like 9-8, 10-7 type team. But in spots like this, there's too many concerns for me on their side, and too many. I look at Baltimore and go, wow, that's just an incredible roster. As much as we talk about Buffalo, Baltimore is really good as well. So I'll take Baltimore in this one rather comfortably. I think this is going to be a tough spot for the Lions.
And Chiefs get into the win column Sunday night?
I think so. I'll be there. I'm going to try to do a doubleheader. I'm going to try to hit Philly. I have to hit Philly. I'm covering the game for NFL Network. So I'll hit Philly at 1 p.m., and I will try to get to the Giants game before it kicks off. Sometimes traffic is not cooperative. We'll see how that goes. Kansas City, they're very frustrated because they feel like they should have enough to overcome what they've lost at the receiver position, whether it was Xavier Worthy for a week or Rashee Rice down till week 6. They still feel like when they get to that point, week 7, that this is going to be the dynamic, explosive offense that they thought it was going to be. but man, it does not pass the eye test right now. I'll go Chiefs in a close one. And if the Giants win this game, color me not surprised.
Love it. Love it. You've been a great addition to the show. We are still early in the season, but we look forward to more appearances from you, Mike Garafolo. Appreciate the time. Good luck with your journeys as well. Hopefully you hit them all, and we'll talk next Friday.
I may live stream it, or may have somebody with me so I can drive it at the very least. Thanks, guys.
There it is, Mike Garafolo, NFL Network, your headliner for GS Construction today. They are hiring now. Become part of the great team. Visit gsconstruction.ca or their page on Indeed.ca. 50 years, the foundation of GS Construction is built on efficiency, quality, and safety. The EQS. Yeah, that's efficiency. They say that in the biz. Take your career to the next level. Join the team at GS Construction today.
I know we have Packers fans who are probably like, why didn't you touch on the Packers? Because they're taking on the Browns, man.
And your Bears are. I know you don't like.
No, they're. That's an awful.
Hey, man,
that's an awful franchise.
Bears Cowboys. Ugh. Get me there.
Yeah. Speaking of two franchises that.
It's a game I might hate watch.
Yeah. Exactly. Yeah.
It's one thing my brother and you have in common. Bears guys for life. Eh? Bears Nation.
The worst owners in the world.
Yeah, well, you'll get there someday.
Yeah.
You always had that 10 for 10 mark that Caleb Williams hit earlier in the season. 10 straight completions. Yeah. Hasn't been done since 1645 in Bears history. Yeah. They're all, oh my God, start the parade.
Yeah, people thought I was crazy when it was like, so are they going to take Caleb Williams? And I'm like, they should trade the pick, man.
Look at you now.
Well, it's just, you can't trust rookies. You just can't, especially when you're as bad a franchise as the Bears are.
Yeah, and traditionally a great spot for quarterbacks, too.
Considering the haul you could have got for that pick.
Yeah. Well,
they had so many things broken and still do.
Hour 3 on the way. We'll hit a sports update here for Windsor Plywood Leduc, locally owned and operated, serving Leduc and the surrounding area since 1993. Doors, flooring, baseboards, and of course plywood. Go see the knowledgeable staff at Windsor Plywood Leduc. Hour 2 of the Nielsen Show has been for GameSense. Win gambling, set a budget before you play. Stay informed. Visit GameSenseAB.ca to learn how. Remember, if you gamble, use your GameSense. We need a contestant right now for Kind of Easy Trivia. Will's got the questions. You're going to answer them. You're going to get at least 3 out of 5, and we're going to send you to Mr. Mike's. As our perfect record continues here on 95.7 Cruise FM. If you are listening as well, iHeart, TuneIn, The Source, EdmontonSportsTalk.com, or watching us on YouTube. Good morning, hello. Hit that thumbs up as well. Remember to give a like to the show. It does help. And subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. But we'll take a quick break on 95.7 Cruise FM. Once again, if you want to play trivia, 780-218-9999. That's 780-218-9999. Paris Julie's inbox, 9999. Say, Trev, I want to play. He'll get in touch with one of you, and you'll be playing for Mr. Mike's coming up as well. 3 questions too many on the way in hour number 3. If you have any questions for Will, get them in right now. Is it
he likes the German.
What I miss? Oh, you like that, eh? You like that? Yeah. Well, reset. 99.99. That's why we got it, because it's a great one. Yeah.
9. And 9.
780-218 before that. Text in, say, I want to play. Trev will pick one of you. Coming up next, Sobeys and Safeway Liquor Beer of the Week. Your chance to win $50 to Sobeys is on the way in hour number 3, all ahead of the wrap for William Huff. Nielsen Show presented by Weiss Johnson. We're coming to live from the Popeyes Louisiana Kitchen Studio. A quick break, 95.7 Cruise. Trev's got a sports update. Once again, if you want to play, that number is text in 780-218.
9.
One game in the NFL last night where the Buffalo Bills knocked off the Miami Dolphins 31-21. Josh Allen threw for 213 yards and 3 touchdowns as the Bills improved to 3-0 while Miami drops to 0-3. Week 3 action continues this Sunday. In CFL today, a pair of matchups on the slate. First, the Montreal Alouettes visit the Toronto Argonauts in an East Division clash. You can catch this one at 5 o'clock with Dustin Nielsen on the call. Then later tonight, the 6-7 BC Lions travel to Calgary to face the 8-4 Stampeders. Kickoff at 7:30. And the Edmonton Elks are back in action tomorrow against the Hamilton Tiger Cats as they look to snap their skid. Coverage begins at 4 with the Green and Gold kickoff show with Maddie and Milne, followed by game time at 5. In the majors, the Blue Jays were blanked yesterday by the Tampa Bay Rays, falling 4-0. Toronto will look to bounce back later today as they open up a 3-game set against the Kansas City Royals. Max Scherzer gets the start for the Jays while Mikael Lorenzen counters for Kansas City. First pitch at 5:40. In hockey, Oilers main camp rolled on yesterday and continues today with preseason play opening Sunday and split squad action against the Flames. Both games get underway at 6 o'clock. Meanwhile, in the WHL, the Edmonton Oil Kings open their season tonight on the road against the Red Deer Rebels. Puck drop is at 7. And elsewhere on the ice, the Los Angeles Kings captain Anze Kopitar has announced he will retire following the 2025-26 season. The Sports Update brought to you by Windsor Plywood Leduc, locally owned and operated, serving Leduc and the surrounding area since 1993. Doors, flooring, baseboards, and of course plywood. Go see the knowledgeable staff at Windsor Plywood Leduc.
Dance Party Friday continues here on the Nielson Show. Wil Fraser in for Dustin Nielson, Lieutenant Eric, YouTube Trev on the sports updates, and his brother Tristan in the house today, shadowing a bit. We'll maybe hear more from him. If you have any questions for us, get him in for 3 questions. Too many right now, 780-218-9999. Trev's going to be picking one of you that texted in to play trivia. That'll be coming up right now in a matter of, a couple of minutes here. Will's got the questions. You'll have the answers. You're playing $25 to Mr. Mike's Steakhouse, casual. Hour number 3. Well, it is good.
It is good.
It is good.
It's not branded that.
No.
Yeah.
But you can, we're kind of cross-promoting here.
Yeah.
The 8 o'clock hour of the Nielsen Show is brought to you by GD Liquidators, Auctions and Appraisals. Edmonton's one-stop shop for new and used warehouse, office, and industrial items for almost 40 years. Don't miss their monthly online auctions at www.gdliquidators.com. Canadian-owned and operated. Make them your first call. We are coming to you, as always, live from the Popeyes Louisiana Kitchen studio. The chicken dippers are here. Crispy strips of chicken, paired with the newest creation, the Popeye signature sauce, a creamy pepper dipping sauce that packs a kick of heat and a hint of sweet, and the signature Cajun spices. It is good. It's all good.
It's a
today.
different, though.
It's a little, not the one that you're thinking of, and that if you know, you know.
Yeah.
And the Nielsen Show as well, presented as always by Weiss Johnson, Edmonton's Train Home Comfort Specialists for nearly 50 years. Furnace, air conditioning, heat pump needs. Make it easy. www.weiss-johnson.com. Sobeys and Safeway Liquor Beer of the Week coming up. It is a different variation as we are, well, in the summer is still on. We haven't hit the autumnal equinox yet.
22nd, which is it this year? It always shifts.
Yeah. I'm shifting right now, if you will. Yeah. More on that in the wrap here.
Yeah.
But we'll be sampling some rum sodas. Pineapple, coconut, lychee nut. I think another flavor in there as well. It's a shore break pack. More on that deal coming up at around 8:30. We'll be joined via video by Manjeet Minhas. She is from that, so we'll be getting her. She's from the Dragon's Den. As mentioned earlier, Will's got a lot of invention ideas that he'd like to get off the ground, and maybe this is your backer.
Yeah. Do you remember those coin funnel sort of things?
You dropped it in and I like that stuff.
Yeah, I public toilet in the same sort of style though.
Stop.
Like large,
Stop bringing
like
that
a
up.
larger bowl, and then then you could just see it sort of race itself down, especially when you used like a dime, and it would get to the bottom and it would just really torque in, and just.
I know what you're doing.
Pitching is what I'm doing.
You are something. 780-218-9999 Paris Jewelers inbox. This text unsigned. Hey, first text from this number. I'm glad Phrase with a Z is back on the air. It's always nice to hear his soothing, silky, smooth voice.
Oh, how nice of you to say.
In the FM, he said, or in the AM, FM radio is better now. Yes, and thank you for listening on the FM dial, which I assume.
Did he say now? It always was.
Better. Well, but now on the FM. We're crystal clear now. It's
so crystal.
You can drive under a bridge and get us.
So you could find us in the downtown.
Anywhere downtown. 95.7 Cruise FM, the iHeart TuneIn radio app, up at the source, EdmontonSportsTalk.com, or on YouTube. If you are watching on YouTube this morning, we thank you for that. Once again, smash
Anywhere
that thumbs
in the
up.
Edmonton region, really.
Yeah. Cruise, you could. Yeah. Parkland, I'm sure you can. Yeah.
Yeah, the greater Edmonton area.
That transmitter flies, baby. Nasty Chat's humming along. It's good to see you. If you have, once again, any questions for Will or Trev's brother Tristan, get him in right now. 780-218-9999. Who do we got, Trev?
Longtime listener, Merman.
Merman. Welcome. Have you played Kinda Easy Trivia ever in the past?
I certainly have not, but I've been listening for decades to the brand. I go way back to Jake and Bryn.
Oh my God!
Wow,
an
you
OG.
are a real OG.
Yeah,
the Kyle Chase, all that noise, and
wow, he's a connoisseur of some pretty bad radio. That's good.
From AM to FM, here we are, Merman. Well, congratulations on getting through. You are playing $25 to Mr. Mike's this morning, and I just want to give them a little credit here as well. Mr. Mike's Steakhouse Casual, new location opening soon in Bonnie Doon.
Bonnie Doon.
Check out MrMikes.ca for more details. Order online at the Skip the Dishes, DoorDash, Mr. Mike's, eat locally, enjoy casually. So, Merman, it's pretty simple. We're looking to stay perfect on the FM waves. We are
serenity.
We are without a loss on FM, and we look forward to you continuing that today. You need 3 out of 5. We'll start the ticker after I read the first question. All questions provided by Wil Fraser. And if you do win as an added bonus on this Friday, you'll unlock a Club Beat Loop remix from the vault. Merman, are you ready to go?
I am. Thank you.
You're welcome. Who do the Elks play tomorrow?
They play the Tiger Cut.
Who won the Thursday Nighter in the NFL, Bills or Dolphins?
The Bills.
Name a team chasing the Jays in the AL East.
The Mighty Yanks.
Has Stu Skinner come to camp more skinny or more fat?
25 pounds less.
Has Connor McDavid signed his extension?
Heck no.
Dylan had to get a little harder.
Cool on both sides.
Hi, about it's me, Catfish.
And here he is.
The Goose.
Oh, and it's draped in controversy here now.
Every year I set this league up. Every year, and I never win.
You made me do quick math there.
Having the time of his life. Okay, here we go.
4.5? Here he is.
Ego, he's sure. Tears in his eyes.
MyPillow.com. Use promo code LOWTIDE.
I babysit you morons.
And here he is, having the time of his life.
4.5?
I can't unsee this.
Oh boy, I hope the morning show isn't listening.
Good evening, sir.
Hello. Fraser's probably still in bed, so no worries.
You taco. Ruxin.
If we can protect the ball,
sending him a bit of a message.
Whenever anybody feels attacked,
I got a belly full of white dog crap in me.
Could I put out a personal plea for the Playboy Mansion to stop texting me? I gotta pick a winner.
Will wins it this week. Loved his takes.
Get a little harder.
Always ready.
Get a little harder.
13.5 million over 3, say?
Ford Field is up for grabs in Detroit.
4.5?
I've had more impressive dumps. Ha!
Forgot about that ending, didn't you?
I sure as hell did. Congratulations to the Merman. He's off to Mr. Mike's. And what a win. I mean, he said the
5 for 5.
The poundage that Stuart Skinner was 25 pounds.
Yeah,
Never knew he had it in him.
He corrected that, actually, Stu Skinner.
Oh, what?
He goes, that's a typo. That would be unhealthy to lose.
Well, that's what we were all thinking.
Yeah, he said he's down to 215.
Reed Wilkins and I, in the bullpen, we were kind of concerned. 25. Like, I mean, that's a small
You're about to
human.
lose some, 10
Stop
pounds?
it. 25, probably, at this rate. More on that to come in the wrap for William Huff, if I can get there. I had my chance in hour one.
Yeah.
And I didn't take it.
I told you.
You told me.
You're a
and
real sicko. You all of a sudden, you were like, oh, no, I think I like it.
I kind of like it, yeah. You know me and my kinks.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. He said, it's either this or I wear the GIMP mask all show. And I said, well, I guess.
Yeah.
We need to see your beautiful face.
Oh, God.
All right.
Yeah.
Dipped it back close.
I am. Okay.
Yeah,
I really got to ride this wave. 45 minutes and counting. Sobeys and Safeway Liquor Beer of the Week on the way at around 8:30. Right now, time for 3 questions too many, brought to you by the great staff at Park Mazda and dealer principal Mitch Lewicki, where his staff also take regular bathroom breaks throughout the day to help them perform better on the sales floor. Park Mazda, your dealer for life.
Can't make a sale.
Optimal performance.
Holding one in.
Yeah, exactly. Social media is here. Let's give a chance to go around the horn here. Will, where can people follow you on social media?
You can't. In fact, if you are on social media, please get off of it. It's a poison to society and killing us all.
I love it. YouTube Trev, please, a chance for you to pump up your accounts here, please.
Such a funny answer. You can follow me at YouTube_Trev on Twitter.
Yes.
I actually did just download.
Just the YouTube.
Yeah, I know. You're saying my channel, or
just follow him on YouTube and give random comments. On videos.
That's cool too. I welcome all comments. I reply to every single one. If you want to check out my YouTube channel, you can do that. Above average, one word. And I do hockey videos. It's pretty sweet. But also, I recommend, I did just re-download Instagram yesterday.
Good.
I did.
Because I've been wanting to send you reels.
First time in like 4 months.
Yeah, I got a lot of reels to send you.
Okay, yeah. I want to see them.
You know that's not good for you.
I know.
Oh, it's great.
I know. But the reason why is I'm going to have a wicked weekend, and I want people to see my wicked weekend. So I'm going to be doing all the fun activities.
It's only going to make you compare it to other people's wicked weekends and then feel inadequate.
But then I'm deleting it after this weekend.
And speaking of your weekend, your brother will be joining you, Tristan. He's sitting right beside you. What's his social media? Does he want to share his social media accounts at all?
Do you have social? You want to plug him?
No, he's
fine.
I just figured I would ask.
So your brother agrees with me. It's a poison on society.
He's a lot like Will.
Yeah, good.
I told them they're going to be chatting it up after the show. They are so similar.
Yeah.
Very good.
After a couple rum sodas.
I could never grow a beard that impressive.
Yeah,
I know.
Very nice. Facial hair runs in the family.
Yeah, that's true. You guys both have incredible facial hair.
Thank you.
Which is crazy. Is he as handsome underneath that beard as you are?
He
shakes his head.
He probably is.
He is.
He probably has. He probably has no idea what he's been depriving the world of.
Majestic.
Yeah.
Fergie's prostate says this show has LTE sitting on a fence post. It sure does.
I wish he could cork it.
It sure does. So question number 1, and follow us as well, Edmonton Sports Talk, YEG Sports Talk on the X, and Edmonton Sports Talk, Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, And of course, subscribe to our YouTube channel as the pursuit of 13.2K continues. Question number one, I said I'd get to this. I teased in the crack pack earlier in hour number one. Stopped into Wayne's yesterday, got a chance to talk to Corey. Well, first I was talking with Nikki. She goes, oh, everybody's working hard here, including the injured. And I said, what's that supposed to mean? She says, oh, ask Corey. She dove out of a window the other day. And I said, excuse me? And you'll have to go down to Wayne's and get the full story. But basically what it was is she jumped out of a second-story window because she thought there was a burglar in the house. It turned out not to be that. But she landed on she jumped off onto like an awning, slipped off that, then fell on the ground, broke her shoulder. But it could have been obviously could have been a lot worse. Oof. But now since it's okay, like
a psychotic break sounds pretty bad.
It was justified because she thought, anyways, get the full story, pop into Wayne's, ask Corey. She'll be glad to tell you.
Sounds
it's
traumatic.
It's a great pub story. Like it's one of those stories that goes and you're like, then what? And it keeps you on the edge of your seat.
Wow.
But it leads into the question today, and we can all play along, and you can as well. YouTube, Nasty Chat, or Paris Jewelers Inbox, 780-218-9999. Most gruesome or gnarliest injury that you've ever had in your life?
I've been pretty lucky.
This temple, you wrap it in.
I've been pretty, I've taken bad bumps, but I've never suffered a broken bone.
Really?
Like compound fracture or anything.
Really?
I've been around when it's happened and almost lost my lunch seeing it. But
yes.
Gnarliest injury. Like when I was 10, I put an axe into my foot.
Okay.
But even that, it was a pretty clean cut.
Like an overcooked sausage, eh?
Yeah. Don't split wood wearing sandals. That's
people still do it.
Something I learned. Yeah.
Trev, when it comes to injuries, what's the give us a real gross story?
Yeah, well, if we're talking gruesome,
yeah,
I'm thinking like blood, right?
Sure, probably
like a cut.
Yeah,
because I broke my ankle. That was the most pain I've ever been in. That sucked. Yeah. But I don't know if I can say this.
Did it require you going to a clinic and getting a test?
No.
Okay.
No, but okay, I was young. Obviously, I was a little rascal. I was misbehaving, and it was Canada Day, and there was this outdoor pool in Lethbridge, and I was with some friends, and I was like, "Oh, let's hop the fence and let's jump into this pool."
Okay.
At 12, it was 2 a.m, something like that. So we did. And we're having the time of our life.
You are a rascal.
Yeah, we're having the time of our life. It's so much fun. Next thing you know, I see you guys in the pool. I'm calling the cops right now. We're just like, oh my gosh. So we're freaking out, and next thing you know, we're all wet, right? We're wet. We're climbing back on this fence, and I go on the top of the fence, and I'm freaking out. I slip, and I cut my leg on the top of the fence, and I still have the scar. I'll show it to you. It's pretty gnarly.
Yeah.
I never got stitches. I could have got stitches because it was pretty intense, and I just remember waddling down. I was like, oh, I was in so much pain. But yeah, blood was coming out quite a bit.
Yeah.
And that was my most gruesome, I'd say. Just thinking about it. I don't like seeing blood, man. I almost
But a
passed
good
out.
scar.
Yeah.
Oh, man, it's sick. It is cool.
Yeah.
I think
after
scars
the fact,
look awesome.
if you're okay, it's cool to kind of
Yeah, I'll post a scar on Twitter. Yeah.
Yeah. Instagram, maybe even.
Maybe even Instagram. Yes.
It could be your first return post.
That's my most gruesome injury.
Question number 2. It is today's celebration, National Cheeseburger Day. Give me your favorite cheeseburger that you've ever had.
Favorite cheeseburger.
Homemade can be an option as well.
No.
I have a griddle at home. I'll smash burgers down and make a double, maybe a triple.
Red Robin, when it was a thing, made the Whiskey River barbecue burger with cheese, which was still to this day one of my favorite fast food sort of things ever.
Yeah.
Cheeseburgers are kind of a set and setting sort of thing, isn't it? Like most cheeseburgers are delicious, and so it has to kind of involve either the company you spent it with or the place that you consumed it. So, I guess the last great cheeseburger I had was in Jasper, Dead Dog Cafe.
Dead Dog, okay. And that was just a classic.
Just
thick patty,
thick patty, grilled with
sesame
cheese
seed
on it, just
brioche.
Yeah, a little folding mountain ale to go with it, and it was kind of one of those sort of perfect afternoon meals.
I think I might know where you're going with this one, and it's a recent one that you've been indulging in all summer long.
Absolutely.
That's it?
It's got to be the Rundle Park short course.
Talk it up. And tell us, for people who don't know.
I like it.
It is so good. I was blown away by this burger, man. I've been back. I had it again. It was unreal. It's a smash burger. It's got cheese. It's got lettuce. First time I ever had pickles on a burger.
Yeah.
It was just magnificent.
Good for you.
I didn't think that was I was always grossed out. And I was also the first burger I've never had ketchup on, which was crazy. I don't need ketchup. You don't need ketchup on a burger.
You don't need ketchup.
You don't need ketchup.
Ketchup is the most overused condiment there is.
Yeah, and there is a special sauce, but it was the seasoning, man. The seasoning was terrific. Yeah, it was so good. So if you haven't gone, I highly recommend going to the Rundle Park Short Course. It is seriously like next level good.
Sounds like you need the extra large soda to go with, though.
Yeah, absolutely.
With that much salt on it.
Oh, gosh, yeah. It was
Nice
so good.
pop accompaniment.
Yeah.
Unreal.
Shorties, you also had a good burger Monday at Sully's Sports Bar and Lounge at Century Casino, Fort Road. And might I add, you are always invited as well, Wil Fraser. Monday or Thursday nights, you can join me at Sully's Sports Bar and Lounge. Great gun pop there. The diet. I'll get you a Diet Pepsi right off the gun. Yeah. Very nice.
Do they let you operate it?
Not yet.
Is it a 7? Which one do you?
We'll wait till later on in the season. Things get a little more wild and comfortable. But a good loaded burger Mondays. That's the special.
Sauteed
Every Monday Night
mushrooms.
Football. Yeah. Nice thick patty. The Halud crew were doubling it up.
That's impressive.
They were doubling it up.
Pickles on that one too.
Love to see it. Yeah. Love to see it. Question number 3. And look, we will go back to the sports here, I guess. You mentioned it with Mike Garafolo. You got the Niners. You got the Cards. You got the Rams. Which of those teams will be 3-0 when the dust settles week 3? Cards, Rams, or Cards, Niners go against each other. So
So I'll go Cardinals. I'll go Eagles.
Okay, so Rams get the loss, Niners get the loss. Okay, I like that. That's 3 questions too many. Brought to you by the great staff at Park Mazda, your dealer for life. Check them out today in the park or parkmazda.ca. On the way, Sobeys and Safeway Liquor rum soda of the week on the pop theme here. It'll be rum soda, pineapple, coconut. I know we have a lychee nut. It's Shore Break. More on the deal coming up. It's actually a real good deal here for price point. We'll be joined virtually by Manjeet Minhas. She'll be joining from Ottawa to promote the new lineup of the RTD's Shore Break. We do have the samples here. They're chilling in the fridge. We'll get some glasses. We'll indulge in those. It's nice to try new things.
Shotgun them? Shotgun?
I don't know if I can handle that right
come on.
now.
You got that, don't you?
I'll be sipping. Maybe after the show, after my break, after my decant of my innards. Decanting my innards.
This is a good, I like that, actually.
There will be lots of decanting after the show. Paris Jewelers inbox 780-218-9990. Let's dive in here. We've got a sports update coming up as well. Where Trev will be this weekend too. You'll be golfing. It won't be at the Rundle Park Short Course, but you'll be at the Garrison Memorial. So we'll have more on that to come in a sports update. But taking a quick dive into the Paris Jewelers inbox. I was hiking the West Coast Trail, and about halfway there is a burger place on the trail. After eating nothing but dehydrated meals for a few days, it was the best burger. I guess it doesn't even need to be dressed up or good. But if you're coming in,
I've heard that a couple of my best friends are on the trail right now as we speak. They invited me to go along, and I have no interest in not showering for that many days. It is 70 kilometers.
Let the natural oils.
That's just it. Like both my buddy Jeff and Glenn, they're both kind of like, I've packed 2 pairs of pants and 3 shirts, and I'm like, that is disgusting.
Vance Van Vandervan, best burger I ever had. Hooters, Shreveport, Louisiana. So he's got location in there and everything.
Setting.
So I guess that's, Plumber Topher says Wicked Burger at Shitty's. I know those are,
I've heard that too.
People swear by that one down by Happy Beer Street there.
Happy Beer Street, yeah.
Bronco Nick, Jack's Burgers in St. Albert and Jasper Ave are fantastic. That a boy, Will, nailed it. Whiskey River Cheeseburger is the one. That's Norman a Combine as well. Did he give us about a...
Yeah, has he told us what his yield is?
I don't see it.
Come on, Norm.
No, he hasn't yet. Norm, we're waiting for your yield. How's harvest going?
Yeah, what are you running? How many bushels an acre?
You said Hudson's was excellent. We all knew that on Estes night, but then he said, he agrees with the Whiskey River Cheeseburgers.
I assume you've got your canola, barley, and wheat, so give us all 3. What are you running?
This text, unsigned. Have you guys been to Varsity? They took over the Red Robin that was on White Mud and Calgary Trail. They kept their menu. You get unlimited steak fries. So
nice.
The dream lives on. The only thing they're missing is the strawberry lemonade, but overall it's really, really good. Okay,
it's right next to the new location for Canada Blood Services.
Good show.
So you can go and donate a pint and go and have a pint. It hits harder.
RCN says Scotty's Burger in Invermere. You been there?
I've never.
Okay. Ribeye Meat Shop. I'll attest to this. They do a good smash burger. You can go there and buy steaks and such, but you can actually order in and eat there. That is a good burger. I would write home about that one. Guys, the American cheeseburger from Fox Burger, 10 out of 10.
Yeah.
That comes in from
Fox
Armac.
Burger is unreal.
I will go, and I miss, for price point too, 69-cent cheeseburgers at McDick's was just...
You are so old.
You could get a bag
You're
of
as old
those.
as I am.
Savage Henry and the infamous
Yeah.
One Pounders, punk band from Saskatoon, they would buy just throw them out at shows.
Yeah.
And you would, those things saved my life multiple times.
Yeah.
Nothing, no pickle, no onion.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Just the cheese, the burger, and the buns.
Yeah. I remember
Way you
being
go.
19 and too poor to take the pickle off anymore. Like, I needed the sustenance.
Yeah.
I guess I better leave it on.
Supersized Indiana Jones in the nasty chat. Worst for me when he talks about injuries would have been snowmobiling a few years back. Decent crash and blew my knee open. That was quite the discovery. 40 minutes later, as we stopped for a beer, and I felt my knee was really squishy. I guess you're in the suit. You're like, I'll be fine. I'll walk it off.
Off-highway vehicles, it's just carnage, right? Quad, snowmobile, dirt bike. It is just endless carnage. Ran into a barbed wire fence.
Yeah.
Oh, that sounds like a good weekend.
You play to win the game, I guess, and then that. This ties in. G from an RV says the cheeseburger at the U of A hospital is awesome. Best I've ever had. So maybe that ties things up here really nicely.
Well, they say the cheeseburger tastes better after you've survived a near-death experience.
Sure, yeah. Best burger ever. All right, well, that does it for 3 questions too many. Let's get to a sports update here. Once again, Trev's got more information on that. It is for the Garrison Memorial Golf and Curling Club. They are accepting registration now, not on the course, but on the Pebble, Thursday Night Men's Curling League.
That should be starting up, yeah?
Yeah, book your Bonspiel. Danny and I are in a Tuesday night league this year.
Good for you guys. Next,
Jasper Place.
With,
With
who?
A couple of friends, co-workers of hers. Jess as well.
I was going to say, is it Jess?
She will slide in there.
So how did I not get called for? I'll be an alternate.
We'll put you on the
Put me on the list.
Yeah, we do require a bit of a monetary
that's fine
commitment. You can book your Bonspiel for the upcoming season. Plus, you get a free ice rental with the purchase of a buffet dinner at the Garrison. So visit egmgolf.com for more details. Trev's got a sports update. We will be back with Sobeys and Safeway Liquor Beer of the Week. Hour 3 of the Nielsen Show, presented by Weiss Johnson, is brought to you again by GD Liquidators Auctions Appraisals, Edmonton's one-stop shop for new and used warehouse, office, and industrial items for almost 40 years. Don't miss their monthly online auctions at www.gdliquidators.com. Canadian-owned and operated. Make them your first call. We'll take a break on 95.7 Cruise FM for the update. You are listening to the Nielsen Show. Wil Fraser in for Dustin Nielsen on iHeart, TuneIn Radio app, and at the source, EdmontonSportsTalk.com.
Just one game in the NFL last night, which saw the Buffalo Bills defeat the Dolphins 31-21. Josh Allen threw for 213 yards and 3 touchdowns in the victory, which saw the Bills improve to 3-0 on the season, while the Dolphins fall to 0-3. Week 3 in the NFL continues this Sunday. In the CFL today, a pair of games on the schedule. First, the Montreal Alouettes roll into Toronto to battle the Argonauts in an East Division clash. You can watch this one at 5 o'clock with Dustin Nielsen on the call. And later in the day, the 6-7 BC Lions make their way to Calgary to take on the 8-4 Stampeders. Kickoff for this one at 7:30. As for the Edmonton Elks, they look to get back in the win column tomorrow when they take on the Hamilton Tiger Cats. You can tune in at 4 o'clock for the Green and Gold Kickoff Show with Maddie and Milne. Game starting at 5. And in the majors yesterday, the Toronto Blue Jays came up empty against the Tampa Bay Rays, falling 4-0. The Blue Jays are back in action later today when they open up a 3-game set with the Kansas City Royals. Max Scherzer gets the starting pitch for the Blue Jays while the Royals counter with Mikael Lorenzen. First pitch comes at 5:40. Oilers main camp officially got underway yesterday and will continue today. Preseason begins this Sunday with some split squad action against the Calgary Flames. Puck drop starts at 6 for both games. And in the WHL, it's opening night for the Edmonton Oil Kings as they hit the ice later today against the Red Deer Rebels. Puck drop goes tonight at 7 o'clock. And elsewhere on the ice, Los Angeles Kings captain Anze Kopitar has announced he will retire following the 2025 2026 season. The Sports Update is brought to you by the Garrison Memorial Golf and Curling Club, accepting registration now for Thursday night Men's Curling League. Plus, book your Bonspiel for the upcoming season and get free ice rental with the purchase of a buffet dinner. Visit egmgolf.com for more details. I'm YouTube Trev. You are up to date.
Right now it's time to sing out the dance, motherfucker!
The lyrics will flow, yo, for the words I speak. Rap is weak, so I teach and I reach. A positive vibe, a way of life is how I'm living. So get hyped to the rhythm. KLF is the crew you hear, yeah. Design a rhyme, I just won't fear. Back to react, enough is enough. Let me ask you a question. What time is love? What time is love? What time is love? What time is love? Might hallucinate, exaggerate, I devastate. We had to pass the pyramid blaster. The jams are here, it's what you've been after. I make you shake to, break you, take to. Right in the path for what they call the moo. KLF, boy, we come rough. Bring the break. What time is love? What time is love? Love, 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 love. What time is love?
All right. Friday morning Nielson Show continues here. Hour 3. We're ticking down. I do believe probably their EST debut. That is the KLF on your Dance Party Friday, as requested by Wil Fraser in for Dustin Nielson this morning. He's got the call tonight as Week 16 in the CFL kicks off. He'll be in Toronto for the Argonauts Alouettes. First half of the doubleheader on TSN at 5, and then at 7:30 it's the Lions in Calgary to battle the Stampeders, who are coming off a bye. Of course, Elks, you heard there in the Sports Update, in Hamilton tomorrow to cap the week, 5 o'clock against the Tiger Cats. You can text anytime, 780-218-9999. Might as well get it in now. Text Beer Me to 780-218-9999. $50 to Sobeys and Safeway Liquor up for grabs, and we'll be throwing all of you contestants into a big drum and drawing a lucky name, and you'll have $50 in Sobeys and Safeway Liquor credits where you can go spend on what we're sampling today. And I was saying it's a great price point and a great deal, and we'll have more on that this segment. We are coming live from the Popeyes Louisiana Kitchen Studio and the Nielsen Show presented by Weiss Johnson. But joining us right now from, I do believe, Ottawa, according to my prep notes here, a dragon on the show today. Manjeet Minhas joins us. Good morning. Thanks for taking the time to join us out there in Ottawa. How are you doing today?
Good morning. I am good. I'm actually, yes. I was in Toronto and now Ottawa doing promos for the new season of Dragon's Den.
I love it. We've never had a dragon on the show, and I know Will and I are really anxious. We have a lot of invention ideas we'd like to get to you and maybe get some money sent our way to launch some of these things, but we'll get to that later. But we have a very interesting, we usually do, it's called Sobeys and Safeway Liquor Beer of the Week, and it's usually different types of beers, obviously, but the summer months, we like to kind of go around the horn here, but I don't think we've ever had rum sodas, and that's what we're dealing with today. 4 different flavors. It's Shore Break. We will be breaking into the specific flavors, but just tell us a little overview of this stuff when it comes. You guys have done a lot of stuff in the beer and other areas of the liquor, but how did this all come about, Shore Break and these rum sodas?
Yeah, well, Minhas Breweries and Distilleries, that's owned by myself and my brother. We've been in business 26 years, born and raised Calgarians, also where we have our facility. We've done a lot of creative things from over the years, from watermelon beer to, you name it. We do it in the vodka, the beers, the spirits, the wines. I've always not loved the sweetness of traditional coolers, and seltzers were just too dry and not flavorful enough. So I thought to myself, why not make something that actually I love to drink with real fruit juice, really good tasting, that makes you want more, and that is rum-based, not vodka-based like all of the other products on the market. So we tried something new, some really fun flavors too that are really tasty, savory, and really great quality, and all made in Calgary.
Yeah, this is a first for us. You mentioned the no sugar, which I love, the fruit juice, the rum added. I mean, again, we've done the gins, we've done the vodkas, we've gone around that block, but I think this is the first type of rum mixed drink. And we got four flavors and really unique. It's not just, orange, this, that, and the other, but I'm looking lychee mint, passion fruit. Let's get one can cracked here and go around the block. Where do you think we should start on this 4-flavor sampler?
Well, let's start with the pineapple coconut. It's one of my absolute favorites. It takes you instantly to the beach.
Okay, I love it. And one of your favorites you mentioned. How did you come about for the other flavors as well? Was that something, a collaborative idea with you and the team, or is this all just kind of your personal favorites?
It's a bit of both, definitely. The great team that we have at Minhas Breweries and Distilleries come up with lots of different ideas and flavors and samplers, and what everybody likes as far as the fruits go. So, lychee is one of those great exotic mints, but that has a nice soft taste to it. You add a little bit of mint and it freshens it up. And, not just orange, like you said, passion fruit and guava. And so, it's a collaborative effort, as all of the 100 products plus that we have are. And it's not only us as a team, but it's also our consumers. We talk to them. We have focus groups. We have them coming in to say, what do you like? What are you looking for? That's not only different, but that you want us to make. So it always is a team effort. But for sure, I am the first one that comes up with the ideas, and then we have great people who help execute it.
All right, well, let's dive into this. It's the pineapple and coconut, the first of the flavors. Cheers, everyone. Cheers to Minhas. Thanks so much for the samples. It's got a hell of a nose on it, I must say. We had a little sniff before, and it really kind of explodes on you. But that's nice. That's nice and refreshing.
That's the real juice, because it is real fruit in it.
Yeah,
right? So
and I love the no sugar.
Really,
like I'm getting off like that train with the like mixing all that together. But I really love the no sugar added. I mean, it's very, very refreshing.
Well, it's 110 calories. Was the calorie content something that you guys were aiming at? Because that's a 4-pack that's under 500 calories. That's manageable for most people, especially if you're on a sort of a calorie restriction of some sort.
Yeah, I think that's important. Like you say, everybody is definitely looking out for those things. But we didn't want just it to be about the calories. We wanted you to have something that you really enjoyed, that was refreshing, that was tasty, that you weren't just drinking because of the calories. The less calories is an added benefit to something that is really good, and that you want to drink.
Where do you think we should go next?
Let's go to the mango lime.
Okay. We had them lined up properly. Good.
Yeah, that's good. We thought, and we
great minds think alike.
We'll get to the lychee nut. I got a bit of a story with that later, but mango lime. So this is the mixing of mango and lime. I don't know if I've had that before, but give it a little sniff test. Again, very explosive on the nose. You can get these right now. The deal is 4-pack of either the lychee mint, the passion fruit, blood orange, and guava, the mango lime, which we'll try now, or the pineapple coconut. $9.99 at Sobeys and Safeway Liquor. Outstanding deal. And again, I don't know what you guys are experiencing out there weather-wise, but it's still pretty hot here. So a really nice refresher for the weekend ahead.
Another great weekend coming
up. Absolutely. So, well, I guess without any further ado, cheers to the mango lime. And once again, thank you for the samples.
Thank you. Yeah, it's a great promo price, $3 off a 4-pack. So it's a great deal to try one or all four this weekend.
Getting a lot more mango than the lime.
Oh, really? See,
are you getting the lime?
The lime for sure.
Different taste.
It works really well. It's actually a really nice pairing. And you're right. This is easy drinking and kind of guilt-free.
That helps. Mm-hmm. Yeah. This will be good after a mowing of the lawn.
You're getting your daily dose of fruits, mango
right.
for sure. Good for you.
Yeah. There you go. There you go.
Keeping away the scurvy. That's right.
Pineapple, coconut, mango, lime. Where do you want to go next? So the passion fruit or lychee mint?
Oh, let's go to the lychee mint because you said there was a story there.
I used to work produce and grocery stores back in the day, and I always thought the most exotic thing that we ever brought in was those lychee nuts. And because you'd peel them off and it'd look like a little bit of an eyeball. And to the eye, you're kind of like, oh, well, this is kind of squishy but very refreshing. A nice treat to have that whenever we had them in. So very excited. I don't think I've tried lychee, in 20 some odd years. So I'm very excited for this one.
Really made you forget the spider bites.
Well, that's so many bugs, exotic bugs.
Yeah.
Once again, the Shore Break 4-pack, lychee mint, passion fruit, blood orange and guava. We got the mango lime and the pineapple coconut, $9.99. You mentioned save $3 as well at Sobeys and Safeway Liquor.
Is that ever interesting?
Yeah, the lychee and the mint. How did you kind of come up with this one? Was there a story behind this at all, or just kind of liked both the flavors and thought, let's combine them?
Yeah, it's definitely an experiment. We tried it with lots of different things, but in the end of the day, it's what brings out that lychee, but also blends really nicely with the rum base. And so some tropical flavors that all jive together nice, but you get them individually, as you'll see, but together very tasty, but refreshing and delicious and unexpected. A lot of the flavors, like you guys have said, are unexpected. We want people to say, I never thought of that. Yeah. And then they taste it and blink like, oh my God, I should have thought of that. So that's what we're here for.
A cheers to the flavors and the heat ahead this weekend.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a great pairing. That's my favorite thus far. I know we haven't gotten through the full lineup, but I'm down on the lychee mint.
Okay. See, it's surprising. Most people are intimidated by lychee, but when you try it, you're like, oh no, this is great.
Well, some people might not even know what it is, but again, I would highly suggest Google the lychee nut and then just kind of educate yourself on that. Great pairing. And again, very unique. As I said earlier, it's not just orange, purple, green, or whatever. I mean, these are some pretty... Hot? We're cruising? We're clicking? All right. Sorry about that, folks. Just a bit of an internet hiccup there. We should be back on Cruise FM, 95.7 FM dial, iHeart, TuneIn Radio, EdmontonSportsTalk.com. You might have to hit a refresh if you are on the YouTube or anything like that, but just a small internet hiccup. It wouldn't be a Friday show with me hosting without some sort of technical...
it's not your fault. Stop blaming yourself.
Well,
it's not your fault.
If I would have gone
to your fault.
If I would have gone to the bathroom earlier...
It's not your fault.
Text Beer Me once again, 780-218-9999. Great job, Trev. This is why we pay you the big bucks, to get us back on track. 780-218-9999. $50 to Sobeys and Safeway Liquor. And that deal, once again, outstanding price point, $9.99. You're saving $3 for a 4-pack. Shore Break rum sodas, lychee mint, pineapple coconut, mango lime, and the passion fruit, blood orange and guava. And we thank Manjeet Minhouse for her time this morning. And we will get our invention ideas to her at a later date. Friday Nielson Show. Wil Fraser in for Dustin Nielsen, Lieutenant Eric, YouTube Trev, and his brother Tristan. And it's nice that your brother...
Problem I have, and it's just because I feel like a Hall of Fame should have a higher standard. I feel like at some point you need to have been judged the best player in the NHL.
Yeah.
And did he win a Hart? Do we know if he won a Hart trophy? He never won a Hart. And
no Hart.
So,
he's got no heart, Skip.
Compared to everyone else in the Hockey Hall of Fame, he's absolutely in the Hockey Hall of Fame. Do I consider him one of the greatest hockey players of all time? I don't know. I don't know if he's really good.
Yeah.
He's really good.
not one of the. When you say it like that, I would. He doesn't. First blush, when you say that sentence, my mind doesn't register to him. But, But Hall of Fame.
Yeah.
I think there are people in the Hall of Fame.
Oh no, he'll be in the Hall of Fame.
Yeah.
That's without a doubt. He'll be in the Hall of Fame. I just don't know if he'd be in my Hall of Fame, I guess is what I'm saying. Like if I could start to kick people out of the Hall of Fame, would he make the cut in a new Hall of Fame? I don't know. I don't know if he would, but hell of a career. The absolute the low blow that you do right now is you trade him if you're LA. now that he's made the announcement, you're like, okay, let's see what we can get for him.
Ken Holland is vicious.
Yeah.
He will. It's a business, baby. Like that's all we're doing.
I wonder how much having a teammate being taken off the ice in a wheelchair added to this decision. in a pre-training camp skate.
Let's get to your sound of the day here while we kind of look at this internet issue. Yeah, okay. If you were listening on 95.7 Cruise FM, they're into music now, so that's okay. And we appreciate the time there. But again, iHeartRadio, TuneIn, and on YouTube, it's all a go right now. Let's get to a sound today. I'm playing another Club Beat Loop remix from the Vault.
This is a hard knock.
Big boy package is in.
Good morning, everyone.
Jeez, I apologize.
Don Fear and I are here to tell you
Brian Burke is going to have to swallow and swallow hard.
perverts,
Wish you didn't have to go through that.
that we have reached some magic date.
Get up tomorrow and try and find a way to do it. To do it. To do it.
Swallow and swallow hard.
Yes! Gagne trying to jump up in the clay, score!
That was pretty impressive.
Oh, shoot, scores! There's the hat trick.
What will we smoking that night?
And the hats hit the ice at Rexall Place. Oh. Have you seen a better goal than that anywhere? Yeah! I very much doubt it. Yakupov, power play goal.
We simply didn't have I don't think the energy or the desperation.
And the Russians lead it again.
God, oh man.
Surging forward with real menace here.
Look at this, Ray Lewis.
The master of disaster, 15 years, he's been lighting people up over the middle.
Coming onto the field for this last kneel down.
Oh, you try and find a prettier one than that.
Phil, come on down for a second.
Zach, he's on hold. He's been waiting. He's ready to play kind of easy trivia.
Phil?
Literally the easiest contest ever.
Hey, Phil.
What team finished dead last in the NHL last season?
Edmonton Oilers.
I'm
Name
sorry.
one player on the Maple Leafs.
Temple.
Phil, come on down for a second.
What city got their NHL team back last season?
Phil?
Oh, wow.
Name one player on the Jets.
Here we go.
Who is the only Canadian ever to win NBA MVP?
Pass.
That's it. You're out. You only got 2 out of 5 right, man.
I'm sorry.
Thanks.
I'm sorry.
I didn't think it was that difficult.
I'm sorry.
What the heck just happened?
What's the matter? You some kind of girl or something?
I'm barely a man.
All right. Yeah. Will's giving hot takes left, right, and center while we're listening to a Club Beat Loop remix from the Vault for your sound of the day for the rap for William Huff. What are we watching tonight? Again, it all starts today at noon, really.
Yeah, Jay's KC.
Yeah.
That's on Apple Plus and Sportsnet.
Okay.
Obviously, Women's World Cup.
Yes.
Out of jolly old England. Taking on the Black Ferns.
Pip, pip.
Number 2 versus number 3 in the world for a chance to take on what will most obviously be England in the finals. England takes on France.
Yeah.
So.
And again, you can get a big number on France. What was it, minus 22.5?
Yeah, that's right.
You don't even like France to cover.
No,
not at all.
Actually,
Take England
I
minus 22.5.
think England with a chance to get to the World Cup final is going to absolutely
on home soil.
Yeah, destroy France.
Yeah, the latest installment of the Battle of England and France.
I mean, listen, crazy things happen. France is not.
It's sports.
A cupcake team.
It's why they play the game.
They could cause an upset. I would not put money on it.
But if you want to put money on it, go to Play Alberta right now. PlayAlberta.ca or download the app. Make it easy for yourself. Hundreds of player prop bets. Biggest leagues, pardon me, NFL, CFL, NHL, NBA, and MLB. You can also deposit today with promo code YAG50. You get an EST exclusive $50 free bet to get started. I want to thank you, Wil Fraser, for joining us again.
How you doing? How you feeling? You made it.
We started the show today and just let you know I had to go to the bathroom really bad, and I still haven't yet. I had my chances. I had my opportunities. I didn't take them because
I encouraged him, and this sicko kept being like, no, I think I want this pain.
Well, now I get my reward.
Yeah.
going to be a great half hour in the EST tournament.
This is going to be the scene from Dumb and Dumber for sure.
Cam Neely's name written on the door.
No.
Oh, no, I know what you mean.
One in
But
the mansion.
Oh, that bathroom scene.
I hope you didn't use the toilet. It's broken.
I want to thank our guests today, Gabe Lacques, USA Today. We went around the majors with him. Mike Garafolo, he was our headliner for GS Construction, touching on week 3, the NFL slate to come. Once again, you can catch Dustin Nielsen. He'll have the call tonight, week 16, the CFL. Argos at home to the Owls. Second half of the double dip is BC visiting Calgary. Dusty again on the scene. I do believe he's got the Ottawa game. Red Blacks hosting the Bombers tomorrow afternoon at 1, and then the Elks capping the week. They're in Hamilton to take on the Tiger Cats at 5. The Hangout is coming up next for Wil Fraser, for YouTube Trev, who's shaking his head. You can't do nothing about the internet, and neither can I. We got to stop beating ourselves up over it. And your brother Tristan, who, again, he got to see you work. It's not like you had an easy show where you kick back.
That's the first time since we've been here I've had the internet cut out. So
it's him.
Yeah, it might be.
Fault.
There was some theories. There were people saying.
Thanks a lot, Tristan.
Yeah, it was all Tristan.
Good job there.
Thanks, Tristan.
The Nielsen Show has been presented by Weiss Johnson, Edmonton's train home comfort specialist. Check them out today, www.weiss-johnson.com, and hour number 3 as well, The Nielsen Show for GD Liquidators. For all of our sponsors, Wayne Sports Cards and the rest, have a great weekend. Hangout coming up next with Matt Iwanek. Don't go anywhere. Edmonton Sports Talk, presented by Play Alberta.